slow. Making love to the beat, girl, it sounds so slow. I'm in fuck with a G, girl, you already know.
Yo, we back again. Word 'em up. Yo, son, we gonna take a little trip up to Maryland, feel me? Shout out to my sister, yo. You haven't heard lately, I drop a verse daily. I'm about to lay the rose petals for boxing first lady. Ask Cash, she not in it for a cash grab. She passionate when she speaking to make the crabs mad. Ashley's Corner got the news for the boxing heads. Whether you ball, rockin' waves, or you got the dreads. Cowboys bummy, nose runny, ain't nothing funny. These little dummies will sell their own mommy for insurance money. Tuning in on weekends, my favorite getaway. Giving you the boxing analogy every Saturday. Plus she got a hyperlink, so if you got a dime, spend some time and go to bonfire.com/store/love-in-sports, and you can lurk, hit the search, you could get a shirt. If you ain't learned by now, you never will. She got the clever skills where the sneakers are in high heels. All the cats boring now, they was boring then. There's no defeating her. Ashley's like a media, with knowledge like a thesaurus, encyclopedia. Them other lame channels remedial, make me sleepier. I tried to warn you, if I say again, your ass are gonna. Y'all informants, get the hell away from Ashley's Corner. You lose a leg if you step a toe past the border. You might say you on the block, but this is Ashley's Corner. Word 'em up. Ash Cash. We in the building, son. Judah Ben. Tell a friend, yo. You might say you on the block, but this is Ashley's Corner.
What is good, yo? What is good? What is good? What is good? I was like, yo, what the hell? What did I do wrong? Yo? What is good? What is good? Damn. Hold up. All right, man. Just making sure. I thought I messed up everything just now. Sheesh. Salute. What is popping, everybody? What is popping, everybody? I need to do something different with my schedule, man, and go live more often or something. I don't know, man. Something different need to happen. I already know people not getting my notifications. They've been telling me for months. I've been doing everything. Some people has been getting them ever since I had a talk with the YouTube people or whatever. But Jesus, man, it's tough. It's tough out here. Really hard out here. But salute to everybody, yo, man, that's here. Ready to hear this boxing talk, man. Seriously. It's really not. It's a lot to talk about, but then again, it's not. You know what I mean? It's a little bit of both, I should say. Salute to everybody that came in the building, though. Yo, I'm going to drop the link, like I said. This is going to be an open topic, open panel. Every Saturday, every live that I drop, I'm going to drop the link. Period. That's what's gonna happen, yo. We're gonna talk about it. Salute to Just Do is in the building. What is popping with you, cuzzo? First one in the building. Hope all is well to you and your whole family, and my godson. Salute to you, Victor. What is popping with you? Salute. Definitely appreciate your support. All things. AMCFSG is in the building. Always showing support. All things. Definitely appreciate you. Big Mike Biggs Boxing is in the motherfucking house. What is popping with you? Definitely appreciate you, yo. LDBC is right. What is popping with you? King of Kings Boxing is in the building. What is good with you? Hey, young world. The world is yours. Definitely appreciate you in the super chat.
This is for the cool.
What is good? What you say, big ass? What is popping with you, young world? Hey, salute to the chat. Salute to you. Definitely appreciate you coming through and showing some support. Let me see. Let me pop. I'll pop this joint right now. Hold on. Let me see. And pin it before I forget. All right. Listen. I have quite a few things to talk about. I have quite a few little videos and clips to play. And we can all talk about everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything. Before we before we nose dive into Tank and Incredible Boy, Jake Paul fighting, man. I see what's his name? Floyd Mayweather is trying to get Carmel Moulton to fight Lamont Roach. He kind of like called out Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach seen it, basically said some things, kind of nice about Carmel Moulton, but basically turning him down. Carmel Moulton said some things back. Then Lamont Roach was like basically saying he was going to get what's his name? Zay Quinn to come beat up Carmel again. Like it was crazy. But the crazy thing is, Lamont Roach turned around and called out Floyd Mayweather. I was like, what type of shit is that? Did he just call out Floyd Mayweather? Hey, bro, he's all for the tomfoolery. I can't even. Lamont Roach got options, though. I should tell you, the man got options. It's a lot of people. He made himself he continued to make himself relevant by pushing his rematch to be next after he fought Tank, and kept talking about it, kept reviewing it, going live and all that stuff. So, and I think he called out Devin Haney at welterweight. He said a few days. I think he said he was going to fight Shakur Stevenson as well. I'm like, yo, okay, bet. You feel me? So I hear Carmel Moulton wants some and you don't want to fight him. But then I heard Richardson Hitchens offered Lamont Roach a title shot at 140. And he hit him back saying, now you speaking my language. You know what I'm saying? And for real, if you don't take that, if you're talking about fighting a welterweight, if you don't take this fight at 140 and it's a title fight, you feel me? And you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that's going to look bad. In my opinion, I think that's a good fight. I think Devin Haney will beat up Lamont Roach, in my opinion. I think Lamont Roach, being that he lost to Heron, it was only because of the fact that Heron fought a little tall and he had a little reach advantage on him. I mean, he wasn't his best. It wasn't neither one of their best nights, for real. But still, like, I think Richardson Hitchens will beat him. I think Devin Haney will beat him. I think Shakur will beat him. Just being honest, you know what I'm saying? That's just really how I feel. Salute to you, Victor. What is good with you, Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more? What is popping with you, young man? Definitely appreciate you for coming through. What is good with you, Maximus Royalty? Salute to you. Definitely appreciate your support. Yeah, I like that. I have to say that I like the Richardson Hitchens fight. And Richardson Hitchens, I have to say, man, you doing a lot to avoid the person you should be fighting, which is and I like Richardson Hitchens, but he be avoiding the shit out of Sabera Matias. But I like it. I like the fights that he be choosing. I can't even front, because he need to get his shine too. He need to have his highlight reels too. I wasn't even mad at his fight versus Kambosos. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Lamont Roach seemed like everybody, You know, especially if he come in that joint fighting at 140, and this is usually what happened to opponents that fight Tank, and the fact that he had a draw and started calling out bigger names. Other people really didn't do that after they fought Tank. They just laid low and let people call them out. Roach kind of was calling out a bunch of names and stuff like, and talking real greasy after his fight to other fighters. So I mean, I'm with it. You know, 140 is starting to look kind of interesting for real. The names pile up there. Is you got if Keyshawn, you know, come back anytime soon, you know, which he should be back sometime next year. Got Frank Martin. Now you got him going up there. I think Shakur's talking about having a fight at 140. Like it's starting to be different, and I like it. I really like it. I can't front. I also heard Xander Zayas' team likes Boots' fight for next year. And I have to say, I like it too. Shit. I like it too. And that's one person that he can't even say, like, he probably need to tune up for. Xander Zayas right now at 154. If his team want Boots next year, we should be able to get that fight. That's real talk. They should be able to make that happen. Boots and Boots' team should be able to say yes to that fight, sign on the dotted line, and give it to us. I think Jerron Ennis versus Xander Zayas is going to be a telling fight for them both. Xander Zayas is no slouch. I really like him as a fighter. He's no slouch. I really like that fight. If it happens, you feel me? But I really like it. Oh, I heard people talking about this Bud Crawford stuff. Bud Crawford closing his doors. Man, I think that's very understandable. It's easy to, you know, that's easy to even understand. Being that this is a huge fight. I know I haven't talked that much about I talked enough about Bud versus Canelo, but being that it's a good fight, it's a very important fight, and it's narrowing down to the times that the fight is actually going to happen. You see people all in this business asking a bunch of questions, and we all know in the past history of boxing that there's a lot of times there can be spies. Canelo been at this for a very long time. I'm more than sure he can get the inside scoop if he wants to, even though he don't even live anywhere near where Bud trains at. Bud still, you know, and I thought him and Sean Porter was friends, and I heard Sean Porter even have limited access to his camp. So, I mean, it's very understandable. I think Bud should do that. He should buckle down and tell everybody to leave his camp and, you know, be done with the niceties, if you understand what I'm saying. No more shaking hands, smiling, and taking pictures. Now it's time for the gridiron game. It's time to, you know, stop smiling and be mean. You know, that's what he's gonna need to go on this fight with Canelo. I seen Canelo training. It looks the same. You know, the way he's been throwing the punches at the bag, you know, showing how he getting ready for a fight hasn't changed in all of these years. It still looked the same way that it, you know what I'm saying? He's just getting slower. It just, you know, but he's not doing nothing different is what I'm saying. He's doing the same shit. You know, I heard that Bud was taking it far and beyond in his training. He was doing things that he ain't never did, or taking certain things that he did in training and taking it the next step. I heard that from a few different people. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I think, yo, this Canelo and Bud fight is going to be good, yo. I think it's really going to be better than expected. Salute to you, the family thing is in the house. Definitely appreciate you for coming through, sir. Salute to you, Victor, in the super chat. Definitely appreciate you in the super chat.
This is for the cool.
It's gonna take you my motherfucking day. Okay, Victor. Salute to you, Jarrell. What is popping with you? Definitely appreciate you for coming through. Yeah, Canelo. Man, listen, Canelo, in my opinion, is not, of course, what he used to be, but he's still enough to get the job done. And I think Terrence Crawford knows that. I think he sees that and realizes that. Salute to the queen, Tay, the real queen of MMA and combat talk is in the building. What is popping with you, say, First Lady? Hey to you, queen. Hopefully everything is well with you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. I heard Shakur Stevenson not fighting until next year. But I already got a lot to say, though. I think I had a video here. It's a few videos that I want to play. Before I get down in it. Right, hold up. Okay. First.
Man, Tank disrespectful to the sport if he choose that over fighting with me. I'm the best fighter in the sport. I've been telling him that. He called cap on it. So if you won't call cap and say I'm not who I say I am, come prove it. I think it's dangerous for him to go back in there and fight Lamont. I think Lamont is a hell of a fighter. I can see that going left. So he better be on his A game.
What do you think about the rumors of Tank and Jake fight?
Man, Tank disrespectful to the sport if he choose that over fighting with me. I'm the best fighter in the sport. I've been telling him that. He called cap on it. So if you won't call cap and say I'm not who I say I am, come prove it. I think it's dangerous for him to go back in there and fight Lamont. I think Lamont is a hell of a fighter. I can see that going left. So he better be on his A game.
All right. Now, listen to this. Sutu Jeff Sparks was popping with you. Queens is in the building. What is good with you? Definitely appreciate you for coming through. I got you, Victor. All right, hold up. Let me see. Where's it at? Here it is, right here.
A student of boxing, you love this sport. I mean, when you hear
what? Oh my gosh, that was fast. It was like you're not gonna bypass this. I already did it. Jesus.
Wherever you happen to get the news, were you like, what? Like, can that actually be, man?
Nah, I'm not shocked. I mean, his last fight when he fought Lamont, Jake Paul was at the fight. He told y'all he was going to fight somebody like Jake Paul. So I'm not shocked. It don't surprise me. So, nah.
You know, Shakur, Jake, when he fought Mike Tyson, he was 227 pounds. He was 199 and like 199 point something his last fight against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. He hasn't been only boxing for a couple of years. He's 12-1. Tank Davis obviously been boxing his whole life. He's 30-0-1. He's knocked everybody out except for 3 opponents in his life. But at what point does size matter so much, though, where it can't be overcome, Shakur? And is it in this case here when you've got what is like a 70-pound difference between these two guys?
I mean, size will play some part of the fight, but if I'm thinking like I'm Tank, I'm probably just gonna go out there and try to outbox him and use my knowledge and IQ against him. So I can see Tank just outboxing him and making it real easy.
Is there any way any realistic or legitimate way in your mind you could see Jake Paul winning a fight against Tank?
No.
No way.
Nope.
Not a lot of people have talked about Jake and said he's got good power. Not even and I get anything could technically happen, but you don't even see a realistic shot where he could land one big punch, and Tank being so much smaller, he just can't handle the power.
Nah, not at all. I think Tank is he's been boxing his whole life. He's been boxing since a kid, so I doubt like that's gonna be an issue or problem. I think Jake is good for where he's at, but I think it's just levels.
Do you see a more likely chance that Tank wins by decision or by knockout?
By decision. I mean, that guy's too big. I don't think that he's just going to knock that guy out. So I see him like outboxing him.
could you see a realistic possibility where Tank could knock him out? Although more likely that it is, like you just said, a decision.
Nah, I don't see.
Tell me what y'all think. Hold up. Okay. Gotta get my stuff. All right. What y'all think, man? Now, I agree. I don't think Tank's gonna knock him out and he'd be sleep like Leo Santa Cruz. I don't think that. I think that it is possible for the fight to get stopped early. I mean, to get stopped TKO style. I do think that. And the reason why I think that is because it was a rumor going around for a long time saying that Jake Paul put in his contracts that people ain't supposed to hurt him. Okay. If this is going to be a regular fight and ain't going to be no BS and, no pull punches and none of that shit, it's very, very possible for him to get buzzed and then stop the fight so he won't take no serious damage. You understand what I'm saying? That's the only way that I see that type of stoppage would be a TKO stoppage. I don't think he's sleeping no Jake Paul. He's big as shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they'll allow it to happen, if you understand what I'm saying. I think if he get dropped, you know what I'm saying, or something like that, I think they'll just wave that shit off. You feel me? That's honestly what I think. Salute to you, Ramon. What is popping with you, sir? Definitely appreciate you for coming through. Hold on. I like that Shakur isn't trying to talk greasy about Tank. Not in this one, he wasn't. But he just said that it's disrespectful to the sport. Y'all remember the short that I just said that I just showed y'all? He said that Tank is disrespecting the sport. Hold on. Salute to you, Dragon Assassin. What is popping with you? Dragon Assassin officials in the building. Hold on. Okay. Push play.
See him knocking him out now.
Will you watch Shakur? I mean,
No.
Obviously, no.
Hell no, nah. That ain't really like. I mean, like I said, here's the thing. Like I got two sides of me when it comes down to I got a business side, then I got a competitor side. And from the competitive aspect, it don't excite me for me to be like, okay, I want to watch it. But from the business side, I understand as though why would he go that route. So
I know some checks are just hard to say no to. If they had come to you or they do come to you in the future with a similar type of offer, is that something that you would say, okay, hey, money's money and this is good money?
yeah, but I got a lot of pride, bro.
All right. Did you just say yes or no? Ja, sir, can you turn on your camera real quick so I can know that you're not doing any funny business? All right, bet. What is good with you? I can't hear you.
What's good with you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Salute to the corner for real.
Salute to you.
So like I heard a video you did recently where you was speaking on like not in your own words what I'm saying, but basically like a lot of big YouTubers be snake oil salesmen for real.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Shakur on the same type of time. He sound like a bitter girlfriend or something. Like he talking about Tank disrespecting the sport of boxing and he don't fight him next. Like it's crazy. Like I don't know. He just sound like a bitter girlfriend. And then like as a Tank fan, yeah, this an exhibition. Yeah, Jake Paul not that experienced, but he got a huge size advantage. And then he hasn't been shown to be like a completely bum fighter. Like he got a high enough IQ where he could use his size advantage. I'm actually worried about Tank in this fight. Like he fighting a heavyweight. He a natural 130, 135 pounder. Like
That's correct.
so I'm actually worried about him in this fight. Like some of the best fighters like Anderson Silva, not a boxer, but he a skilled fighter where I believe he could beat some boxers still. Like he wasn't really able to do much with him because of the size. Mike Tyson old, but still Mike Tyson. Like we seen what he was doing with Roy and what Roy said about him. But with Jake Paul, he just looked real, even way older in that fight. Like, but I think Tank could still win. I think he'd be too fast on his feet for Jake, and he probably will outbox him at least. I hope he get the knockout, and I do want to see the fight.
The more that I think about the fight, the more I want to see it, to be real. I'm not even fronting. Like, I'm not even a Jake Paul fan. I've never been a Jake Paul fan. I think he's doing his thing for women's boxing. I can say that, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not a real big fan of his fighting, for sure. Not a fan of that at all. You know what I'm saying? Real quick, I have to say something about this real quick. Hold on. This comment right here, a lot of people be saying you can't talk a certain type of way to Tank because he's not going to give you the fight. That's not true. Okay. Because Ryan and Rolly was talking the worst about Tank for the longest period of time, to be real. And both of them got fights. I think you just can't talk stupid. You can't talk like you're the A side and you really don't sell. That's what gets on his nerves. That's what get on his nerve. But for real. But about this whole fight, it's a lot to say about it. I think it's a dangerous fight too, for real, just because he's a heavyweight. I understand that Jake Paul isn't a skilled fighter and all of that shit, but he's still a heavyweight regardless. If this is still boxing, it's boxing, and in boxing anything can happen. It's a dangerous fight, for real. You know, it's a lot of negativity that people saying about it, but it's a lot of positive things that you can really say about this fight, for real. You know what I'm saying? But for real, I don't even know if it's going to be an exhibition. People said that it was going to be, but I'm not really sure that's really what it's going to be right now.
This fight seemed like it got a lot of bad blood in it for real. Like somebody said Tank was pissed off about the Mike Tyson fight. That makes sense because I was pissed off about that fight. I didn't want to see Jake Paul versus Mike. Like, I just felt like another time somebody take advantage of Mike. And then Jake Paul, really be seeming pissed off at what Tank be saying about him. Like, he really want, like, prove something to Tank or whatever. Like, be a real fighter by fighting Tank or something like that.
Man.
And even if, like, so even this fight, it raised the bag for anybody who fight Tank after that.
Yep.
So complaining about it is crazy. And then everybody, like Shakur, I think he took the most foolish route when it came to with the boxing thing, because he came into boxing as a star just off of his amateur background.
Yeah.
And the main thing that he did since he became pro is just call Tank name. Even when he knew he wasn't going to fight him, like that was the stupidest route, because it made it lowered his value of his fighting style. Like it lowered the value of it because he kept on just comparing himself to Tank so much. He should have been more like worrying about like him and Devin Haney actually getting a fight, because them two got a style that people kind of put in the same type of category. And if he would have seen like who's better at doing that style, either him or Devin Haney, that would have made the value of that like outboxing type of style. That would have increased the value versus you trying to compare yourself to somebody who's going to be an all-time great knockout artist. Like, so I think that was a stupid move for Shakur because he had the most star power out of. Even Tank came in the game for him, but he had more star potential than Tank just coming off of the amateurs because of his amateur background. Then I think he disrespected the sport by him and Keyshawn disrespected the sport by talking about they not going to fight each other. Like they both had belts. They supposed to have fought each other. Like that was disrespect. They both Olympians and they both got a silver medal. They kind of lost in a similar way. Like just the difference is Keyshawn didn't cry and Shakur cried.
Damn.
But like I think they should have fought each other. Like I don't know who would have won that fight. That's disrespect to the sport. Like I wanted to see that.
Yeah.
I'm pissed off because they did that. That was, and then like I feel like they kind of ducking Gary, cause like Gary should be a big name for them.
Gary who? Which one? Russell? Regular
The
Gary Russell?
oldest one, the oldest Gary brother. That's at 135 now.
Gary Jr. Okay, Gary Russell Jr.
He did better in his 135 debut than Shakur did in his, and he older now. He a bigger name too. Like he a bigger name than them. Like what he did in the sport, and you talking about legacy, the sport of boxing. Like go ahead and fight y'all. What's the problem? Like that's a risky fight. That's why. Like he trying to say Lamont is for Tank. They don't want to really fight Gary.
Mm.
Lamont style is cater for Shakur, because Lamont really he mirrored Tank when he fought Tank. That's only how he made it through that fight. If you pay attention to Lamont, he looked exhausted in that fight at the end of that fight. He looked happy that he made it to the end.
Yeah, he was happy he made it to the end. He was shoe shining his punches, kind of like he didn't want to really overcommit to shit. For real, he just wanted to bring it. He wanted to throw that. I mean, he had a nice game plan. I'm not even going to hit on him like that. Salute to you, Shell. What is popping with you? Salute KP from KC5. What is popping with you? It's a circus fight, a midget fighting Thunder Lips. It's gonna look funny. It's gonna look funny as hell with them in the ring for real. It looked funny when he fought what's his name? Barrios. I was like, damn, the size difference was real. But the bigger they are, the harder they fall. It was the fact that when the fight happens, if it actually happens, and if Tank do stop him or even just drop him, you know how, man, all of this stuff that people are feeling is going to be forgiven. You understand? They're not going to care. A lot of people are not going to care if he put on a show and stop or drop Jake Paul and he win the fight, man, and then go on and actually fight somebody in his career. I mean, fight somebody in his weight class or unify. Ain't nobody gonna care, and definitely they're gonna forget it quick. Boxing fans always forget. Salute to you, Thomas Hill. What is popping with you?
And Shakur never rematched De Los Santos. Like, come on, yo.
Yeah, that's you know what? That brings me back to this video. I'm gonna rewind it just a little bit because he just said in this first short that I played that Tank is disrespecting the sport by fighting Jake Paul. Now listen to this.
I understand as though why would he go that route? So
I know some checks are just hard to say no to. If they had come to you or they do come to you in the future with a similar type of offer, is that something that you would say, okay, hey, money's money and this is good money?
Yeah, but I got a lot of pride, bro. So
my
pride may get into where it's like if I just
everybody got pride
with somebody,
you feel me? Everybody got pride. Now, I hear a lot of people talking about how this is Tank gonna ruin his something. Is some people saying legacy, other people saying his reputation just by fighting Jake Paul. Man, for real, I feel like depending on who you ask, his reputation and legacy been ruined. Depending on who you ask, there's a lot of haters out there that would tell you his reputation been ruined because he didn't fight Devin Haney. People would tell you that. People tell you all types of stuff. So this is somebody that's been rich, been getting millions of dollars to fight. He's been that guy when important people are around. They treat him as that moneymaker. You understand me? What the fans say and the hate that's coming from all social media and shit. When he really go and step in them buildings that's worth and go to the top of the top floor and shit like that, people bend into his will. He don't care what a lot of these fans be saying because he know a lot of them are haters, and the other half don't know boxing for real. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things are business, and if you asking me, anybody that's holding any type of fire to Tank's foot before anybody named Shakur Stevenson or anybody named what's his name? Keyshawn Davis, even anybody named Devin Haney. I'm not trying to hear none of that shit because just like they can say it, I can tell you right now, all three of them had their chance to fight him, and all three of them chose something else. So it is what it is. He tried to fight Devin before he moved out the weight class. That's why he went secretly behind everybody's back and got that Ramirez. What's his name? Regis Prograis fight. And whatever, it is what it is. I don't care. Everybody care who people be fighting. I'll make a comment about it, during my live, but it's not that serious. I don't make videos or bum fighters down about their fight selections, because I know it's business, and it's a lot of moving parts involved. A lot of moving parts. Now, Keyshawn Davis admitted that somebody reached out to him from Tank's team, and he said it could be possible to get a Davis fight next year. That shit it's a year overdue. Okay, he's not going to fight him. He's going to go up in weight. And notice he stopped saying Tank name after that happened. Shakur said the same thing out of his mouth. There's no hearsay. Both of these came right out of the horse's mouth. He said, "Yeah, I got somebody hit me up from Tank's team about a deal. I said I wanted a long-term or a multi-fight deal. They said no, and that was that." Okay, so you can't say that it's Tank's fault. Maybe it's PBC wanting something that they don't, or not wanting something, and that's not what's not making the fight. A lot of people just put duck on somebody's ducking on a fighter too damn fast, in my opinion. Everybody's always ducking. Salute to you, 704 Joe. Salute to you, Trey. What is popping with you? But everybody always duck. Even they'll say somebody's ducking and they still got time to fight the dude. Like, bro, how you gonna say somebody was ducking last year but they just fought? Bro, they fought each other. You don't know what happened last year for the fight not to happen. So people really need to stop putting these duck jackets on motherfuckers all the time. Lamont Roach putting the duck jacket on Tank is absolute bullshit, because he know. Listen, Lamont Roach told us that Tank what's his name, blocked him on his phone. So the last thing you heard that man say that had your name in it was the same thing he told cameras, the same thing that we know. I want that fight next, but it's probably not going to be next. Nah, it ain't going to be next. That's what he said. It's not going to be next. And I got footage for that too, but we're going to get through this video that we playing first. We're going to get through this. Salute to you, Thomas Hill. What's poppin'?
You know, you got the best hand. I just came in listening to the stew. So, you know, I'm going to let you play the video. And when we get a break, I'll say a little something too.
The people think that this guy could beat me, so I want to shut y'all up and let it be known that this guy can't beat me. It's not no debate.
All right.
That the people think that this guy could beat me, so because of the fact that I may go do the rematch just because of the fact that the people think that this guy could beat me. So I want to, like, if I just had a draw with somebody, I may go do the rematch just because of the fact that the people think that this guy could beat me. So I want to shut y'all up and let it be known that this guy can't beat me. It's not.
A lot of people would say that you can say that about his fight with Edwin, even though it wasn't a draw, but he refused to fight.
Not no debate.
Yeah. So the Tank ain't refusing to fight Lamont Roach again. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna get down to it with the people that's talking like this is Tank's last fight. You don't know that. Like, a lot of people love to talk negative about Tank, about something that never happened yet. You just want to get your rocks off on somebody. That's easy as hell, yo. I can sit here and talk bad about somebody and be like, well, I see him doing something to kids in the future. So that's why I'm talking bad about him right now, because I think this is going to happen. That's what they do to Tank all the time. You think this is going to be his last fight, so it's time to talk bad. Shit is ridiculous.
Pride may kick in, but then also, no, it's a lot of money on the table. I kind of get where he's at with it too.
Yeah, I think a lot of people will get that. It's interesting because it may actually sort of in a way involve
no disrespect. I'm just saying, if he can say that, if he can say I will, if somebody asks me for that, if the same shit happened and Jake Paul was on the table for me, they just asked him, would he fight? He said yes. And then he said, but I mean, if I just had a draw with somebody and the people think this, then I would fight them. Do y'all believe Shakur Stevenson? Because I definitely do not. You do not care about the people.
Man, where was his pride when he said Tank lowballed him, or when he could have fought Devin knowing that Devin was about to move up and he said Devin lowballed him? What they offer, where was his pride at? Why he didn't just get those W's real quick, and then he would have been able to demand whatever money he wanted to have?
I'm not even trying. I'm just saying, the bro, you talk about you don't care about what the fans think so much, yo. You cannot sit here and tell me. And you said you didn't sit here. You didn't say it. You admitted that you would take the money, but then just sat there and said opposite. Like, but in the situation that he's in, I won't take the money. I will take the rematch because of the fans. I would want to prove the fans wrong. Man, get out of it. I'm not believing it. I'm not believing none of it. I'm not believing none of it. And a lot of people are feeling the reason why I played this video is because he just said it. He said everything of how everybody is feeling right now. As far as a lot of fighters would take the money, but they would take it, but like, yeah, bro. Don't nobody care about that when if one hand is in one hand is a check for $100 million and the other hand is a but like. Nobody care about that shit. For real. Nobody can. And I've been saying it forever. You cannot tell a fighter what he worth. You can't tell a fighter what he worth. And fighters all want to get a return on their investment. Tank want to get a return on his investment. That's just the bottom line. He needs a return on his investment. And in his investment, he just wanted to be a star. He wanted to be a star. He wanted to make money. Everybody else wanted legacy. They wanted accolades. They wanted all of that. They got it. And now at the end of the day, what do they want? Money fights. Now they want to be the A side. Now they want to talk about how they want to negotiate this and negotiate that. It is what it is. Like, he got his return on investment just like y'all. Y'all got those titles. You got those weight classes. You got those accolades. You got that. You got the top 5 on the pound for pound, the top 10 on pound. You got everything you asked for, and so did he. He's getting his return on investment by making this money with the big fight. And when did these fighters make their biggest bag? People don't want you to talk about Floyd, but it was $100 million bag when he fought Conor McGregor. It was $100 million bag. It was probably more than $100 million bag. And talking about him getting the prime, he got the prime deal. What was it, $250 million or some shit, 7-fight deal or whatever. It seems to me that those people that's on this list ain't signing the fight. So where does the money go when you can't even get the fights? It seems like he is going to secure some type of bag since Shakur want a multi-fight deal with PBC, and PBC is saying no, but his name is on the list. You got another person's name on the list, and that fight's not going through. He wants to fight this person, and that fight's not going through. Shit, his whole deal might go to shit. Tank need to get paid. The man need to get paid. Regardless, salute to you, Anthony Jones. We don't have to talk about Floyd, though. We could talk about Muhammad Ali. Like I said in my video, I watched that bullshit. I skimmed through it after watching the first couple rounds. But shit, that Japanese, his fucking fighter, that wasn't even a boxing match. Dude just threw himself down to his back to the mat and just kept kicking at Muhammad Ali's shins and shit. The whole fucking fight. That was his fight. And who says that Muhammad Ali don't have a legacy? Who says that he ain't who he is? You can't take shit away from none of these fighters that they already did, that they already proved. You can't. And it seems like people are upset about the shit. For what, I don't know.
Shakur, right? Because obviously you mentioned Lamont, and after the draw, a lot of people thought, okay, hey, that rematch is going to happen with Tank and Lamont. Obviously, that's not going to happen, at least not now. And then people started talking about you and Lamont fighting each other. Is that where you're focused on? Is that what is going to happen? And where are we with those negotiations then, Shakur?
I got 2 names right now. T.O. is front line and Lamont is like right behind them. So depending on how much money they offering and which one makes the most sense, I'll fight either Teofimo Lopez or Lamont Roach.
Hey, those are both 2 great fights, right? I think.
Now, why is he talking about how much money they're gonna offer? Somebody talk to me, yo. It's not about Tank getting the bag, but it's about who gonna offer you the most money, even though Tio got a title, bro.
Well, the way that they're gonna spend it is because those are 2 competing fighters at his weight class or near and around his weight class. And Jake Paul, for all essential purposes, is somebody that's just like culture vulture in the sport, so to speak.
I I would see it, but how is he saying that all in the same interview?
No, I feel you. Like you said, yeah, but and everything that like you said, if you had 100 million in one hand and
Yeah, but
pride, yeah, that but my pride in the other hand,
fuck out of
you
here.
can't cash on your pride, but you damn sure gonna cash that check.
Your mother should
And
whoop your ass if you turn down $100 million for your pride. She didn't raise you like that.
Ashley, you would come over there and smack that Mickey Freaky in his head if he didn't.
She didn't raise you
he
like
didn't.
that, man.
Yeah,
Then
for
smack
sure.
you in your head. She don't want that for her kids, man. That's generational on top of generational wealth.
Yeah, that's no more struggling for her his whole family. You're absolutely right about that.
You
And
don't
like I
even.
said,
That's crazy. You could take that money and put it away and open it up in 20 years. What for your kids? What is that? These people is young. Like, come on now. Come on now. I'm not even for real. You know, people gonna get over it. But how fast you gonna get over that $100 million? Just answer me that. How fast is people gonna get over it? How fast are you gonna get over that? I'll have that money longer than y'all be mad at me. Y'all get over it.
So is Shakur 140 now? Cause Lamont said he going up to 140, and T.O. been fighting at 140.
I thought he also said he was gonna fight his mandatory, and his mandatory is at 130, correct? Lamont is in a conundrum right now. That boy don't know what to do because he had waited all this time because that money was good. That's another thing that people say about this fight. Well, if Tank is the bag and you get the most money, why do you need someone else? That's another one of their talking points. They're just looking for ways to venerate their hate. They
That's
really
not
just hate
even true
this dude.
though. Salute to you, whatchamacallit. You know what I heard? I heard that Lamont Roach made 700K when he fought Tank, for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? I'm for real. I'm glad that all fighters versus Tank don't get the bag because not everybody deserves it. You feel me? Lamont Roach, for real, his whole career been dry. He's not like Rolly or Ryan or Devin Haney, for real, for real. Like you're not out there in front of the camera in the spotlight like that, and you don't got the personality for it. He don't put in the work either to put butts in seats. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, Lamont knows that he would have made over $1 million in that rematch, which he probably ain't never made in his career. So he's not happy. I'm not trying to believe none of that. None of this LOL shit is bullshit, bro. You're hurting inside, for real, for real. But this was all to promote itself because he knew the rematch wasn't happening next. It was all bullshit, y'all. The last thing Lamont Roach heard before he was blocked on Tank's phone is saying that his ass ain't gonna be next, but he wanted to be. That's the last thing your ass heard. So you knew you knew it wasn't gonna be next. But 700K, that's what he got when he fought Tank. He didn't really get the bag like everybody, like Ryan and Rolly and millions of dollars. That shit didn't even happen for him.
And why they like ain't nobody else getting no accolades besides Devin and Theo. And then Tank, he beat Ryan. They try to discredit that, but like everybody want to see that rematch with Devin fighting Ryan. But they were just saying like Ryan ain't nobody to fight for Tank though. None of that don't make no sense to me. And then in Lamont fighting, he still want to take fights at 130. Like he could have been fought Gary then.
I don't think he wants to fight Gary Russell.
Trying to tell me Jamel Herring is a better opponent than Gary?
No, but he don't want to fight Gary Russell, in my opinion. He don't want to fight Gary Russell. I think Shakur might fight him, but I don't think Gary Russell really don't be calling out Shakur's name. I think he want to fight Lamont Roach because, he claimed to be from DC. And the stuff that he said about Lamont Roach and Lamont Roach came back and you know what I'm saying, the little back and forth that they had. You know what I'm saying? Because at first Lamont Roach wasn't on nobody's radar. Zero. Like, nobody cared about no Lamont Roach. He kept making himself relevant by keep talking about Tank and the rematch the whole time. Shit was wild, yo. But the truth is, yo, Tank is getting what people's favorite fighters are after, for real, for real. It's that return on investment. I'm telling you. Everybody want the legacy, the belts, and the accolades. Tank just wanted to be a star and make money. That's just the bottom line. Everybody's mad about mad that they got what they want. And the brainwashing that's going on social media is at an all-time high. Definitely on YouTube.
To me, it don't even look like Tank was just trying to just be a star. Like, I feel like the list was part of the legacy thing, like fighting all the fighters that people wanted to see him fight.
Well, I'll say this.
Go
I
ahead.
hope that list still holds merit because so far to this day, and it's the one thing that I do buy with Tank more so than anything. When he says something, it usually comes out to be this. So it's his truth, and I say that all the rest of them, they say what people want to hear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because Ash, you know, there was a time where somebody said, "I will do anything, accept anything for the opportunity to fight Tank Davis because that is the biggest fight that I can ever get. And it would be the biggest fight, not only of my career, but the biggest fight in boxing." And then before all of that, he was talking about how that person know better than get in the ring with him. And he already know that he, I will put the hands and the paws on him and all this other stuff. And it was the last part of it was, hey, that boy ducking to getting contacted. He ain't ducking me. I'm not ducking him. That fight's going to happen. It's just going to take some time.
Yeah.
That same person said that. And it was eerily after the one interview was leaked by Jamil, where his correspondent went out there and talked to Espinoza and asked him, hey, who's next? And they said, well, Loma fell through. So we reached out to Shakur to see if he would be interested in the fight. And it didn't work for him. And people want to say that the person who was one of the head officials and public face for a publicly traded company is out there giving people lies. That's the crazy part. When you don't look at the shift in energy, the energy changed after that contact. It went from he ain't ducking from me, I'm not ducking him. He not afraid of me, I'm not afraid of him. It's gonna happen. It's just gonna take some time. So that clearly meant somehow, some way they were contacted for a possible fight. Yeah. And it didn't work for him at that moment, but somewhere down the line, we're going to entertain this. Mm-hmm. But he said, I would do anything for a fight with him. I would take anything. I know he's the A side. So, people going to believe the worst of Tank. And that's the bottom line. Same thing for Dev. He got out of prison. The first person they contacted was him. They said, nah, respectfully, we going in another direction. And then like 3 days later, it dropped. Devin Haney versus Regis Prograis.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before that was the only fight that made sense.
Real quick, let me slide this in since you're talking about Devin Haney. He's suing his baby mother for emotional distress and unspecified damages. But go ahead. Go ahead, finish.
I'm just saying to add that to this scope right here. There was the reach out to Lomachenko. Now, they always clamored for Lomachenko, but when Tank was about to get it, that fight makes no sense. Lomachenko was old. Not too long after that, Lomachenko sparks a freaking it's Cambosis, but it's Cambosis. And that was the legacy fight for Devin because that in one fell swoop gave him his legacy. That's how he was able to earn 3 of those 4 belts. He was given the other one because there was a fight that got avoided. So they sent it to him. So you got that. You got the fact that of the people that they compare him to, that he's the only one that's ducking smoking. He's the only one that's not making the fights. None of them fought one another. And none of them really been involved with fights that are 50-50 or even close. They've all been heavily favored. And then there's this slow, flat-footed Mexican fighter statement that they use. Now, my man Tank has in his 32 fights, like 28 fights against that said bracket that they use. And 22 fights? I think Shakur has 18 And then Devin in 33 fights has 31. How the fudge are you guys using that as the barometer? And then the biggest fight for Shakur has been against somebody who was, by his own grandfather, slower foot, slower hand, and on that front foot too heavy. And he's Mexican. So that would technically make him a slow, flat-footed Mexican fighter.
Proof all over the place that it's just hate, man. It's just hate for certain people at certain times. Salute to you, the butcher.
Yeah, they clearly be hating on Tank because they was supposed to be friends. Tank was big bro at first. He was bragging about that he went to spar him and he learned so much. And then he like started talking like imagine if Keyshawn, cause he was calling Shakur big bro. But imagine if he started talking crazy about Shakur. Then he would have been looking at it the same way where they try to say Tank don't want to fight him. But like I'm still mad that Keyshawn and Shakur didn't fight. That they both had belts, man. Why you ain't go collect them belts? And then who else had a belt? Did Zepeda have or Loma had one? Like where
I don't know. Loma wasn't fighting nobody though.
Loma tired because the Tank fight was on the table. That's how I see it.
I don't know. I don't even know. I know Loma had mad excuses after excuses on why he didn't want to fight Tank. Every time they asked him about it, his excuse changed all the damn time. That's what I remember. And I remember when the fight did come, his ass retired. You know, so it did. Like for real, a lot of people don't like Tank because certain fights didn't happen. Like for real, like that.
For sure.
That's line. A lot of times and it's not even it's not worth all that bullshit. For real, boxing fans talk like they hate the sport, but they act spoiled as a motherfucker. Like how y'all gonna sit? It don't make sense.
Yo, Ash, he definitely ducked. He definitely ducked or did not want to fight Shakur. It's been notified that he Lomachenko, yeah, they was trying.
I'm not
like,
saying he didn't duck nobody. He definitely did. I'm just saying, like,
no. I'm saying that it's widely known, right? Yeah, when he did
he ducked Tank too, yes. But in a lot of people's opinion, Tank ducked him. I mean, shit.
Facts. And you said that everything he said, it was like he tried not to fight him. There's an interview with the guy who makes their fights and him both saying Tank was never an opponent. The only thing they hang on is like when for a brief moment Tank had got to 130 and he was about to leave 130. He said why he didn't want to fight me at that point in time. That lets you know he really didn't want smoke with. He didn't want wreck with Tank. He didn't want wreck with Shakur. But they gonna hold it to Tank, but not hold it to anybody else. Loma didn't duck nobody. Loma's just great. So I don't hold it against Shakur that Loma didn't want to fight him. I don't really hold it against Tank that Loma didn't want to fight him. Hell, I don't even hold it against Loma. Loma did fight who he did fight, and he did what he did when he was in that ring. And in one fight, I thought he won, but he didn't get the win. So I think that more so than anything took the steam away from that fight ever being made. Because who's to say that you won't do that to me again if I do well enough to win? And I don't want to go in there and get memed. Because that's the end result. I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I don't like the Jake Paul fight. I really don't. But if you're gonna tell me I can make upwards of 100 million for a fight,
do I like
man,
it?
I'll go in there and get knocked out.
Do I like it? Yeah. I don't really care that much, but the more that I think about it, I do like it. I think it's an interesting fight just because he's a fucking heavyweight.
Man,
he's a heavyweight, bro. If the fight is going to be real, definitely a lot of people that saying they're not going to watch it are going to be the first people talking about it the day after the fight happened. The first fucking lives that come out, they're going to be the first people in the lives, first people talking about it because people are going to watch the spectacle. At the bottom line is Tank is an entertainer. That's what it started. That's why people say he's the face of boxing and he sells out everywhere and shit. He's an entertainer is the bottom line is. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the quickest way to get a bag nowadays. Fuck around. It's been the quickest way for the last couple decades to get a bag in boxing is to fight somebody that's not a boxer. For real. It seems like that be what that that's where you get the most millions of dollars from. Like, so I mean, I'm not mad at it. I can't be mad at none of that shit. I want to address what's on the screen though. When people talk about bending the knee, especially when men talk about another man bending the knee, they're talking about something they don't want to do. You feel me? The difference is of what Tank is talking about. Anybody bending the knee, which he probably only said one time. If he's really talking about somebody bending the knee for Turkey, it's because they don't really want to go over there and fight for Turkey. They don't really want to do the things that Turkey. They don't really want to go over there and hold his hand. They really don't want to do things Turkey want to do, but they're doing it because they need to do it. You know what I'm saying? Gervonta Davis is fighting Jake Paul because he wants to touch this motherfucker. He wants to fight him. He said it himself. He didn't like the Mike Tyson shit. He wanted to fight him. It's a lot of piss. A lot of people that said that they wanted Jake Paul to lose or get beat up or some shit for his past transgressions. I remember that shit. I remember a lot of people saying that they wanted Jake Paul to get beat up and shit like that. They want him to lose because of the people he was choosing to fight and things that he was saying. A lot of people don't like Jake Paul, bro. He's going to keep picking up. He just had an exhibition with Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was knocking him around the ring, and for some reason, he was pulling back his punches, bro. A lot of things is circling around Jake Paul. A lot of people upset. A lot of people want him to get beat up. This is the chance. This is the chance for all of that shit to actually happen that people been talking about and want him to get to. This is how it's going to happen. But Tank wants to fight. Ain't nobody making Tank fight Jake Paul. That's why he's not bending nothing. This is a fight that he wanted to make, okay? A fight that he wanted to make. And matter of fact, I got something to play since that's how I definitely got this video right here. Here you go.
This is as real as it real.
Why was it, just out of curiosity, why is it not a professional bout and why is it an exhibition? Because I'm sure Jake would have taken the professional bout.
Nothing's been communicated as yet in terms of what it is, right? Similar to, if you remember, with Paul Tyson, when we announced that we didn't have the weight.
I'm going with the Mexican pop.
Oh shit!
Always
I can't hear him.
For Jake to fight Tank once.
I'm gonna have to find this somewhere else.
And to Tank's credit, he's a real bad dude, and he's been calling out.
But
Jake
that's really how
years.
I feel about that.
People,
ain't no
funny how now
Tank ain't been in the knee doing something he wants to do. You know what I'm saying?
Tank would kill Jake
Boys
Paul.
do what they can, men do what they want.
What weight could they possibly fight?
Tank Davis is doing what he wants, and people are getting upset, and he's doing it anyway and making $100 million doing it, which is probably the reason why a lot of people are mad. A lot of people, the same people mad right now. Your family member that you don't like hit the lottery for millions of dollars.
Why was it, just out of curiosity, why is it not a professional bout and why is it an exhibition? Because I'm sure Jake would have taken the professional bout.
Nothing's been.
Y'all be the first one mad at your own family member because they hit the lottery, bro. For real. So a hater is not going to be happy when that same person they hate just is about to get $100 million. So I definitely understand. I'm gonna try to fix this video. What you about to say, John?
Always been the plan for Jake to fight Tank. Canelo didn't happen.
I think Tank should. I hope he fight after this Jake Paul fight.
He's
I
been
hope
calling
he
out
fight
Jake for 3 years.
After that.
People,
and then
funny how now they're saying size matters. Jake is big, and for so long it's been Tank would kill Jake Paul. And now you get to see if that's real.
You said you hope Tank fight Pacquiao and Mayweather?
Yeah, after the Jake Paul fight, he should fight Pacquiao after that. Then he should fight Mayweather after that. And then if all of them want to come down from 147 after that, like Shakur and Lamont and them, and they want to come down from 147 and fight Tank, then they should come down and fight him after that. Because the bag going to be even bigger.
That video wasn't working, but if it was, I don't know why it wasn't. But he was saying that the plan was to always fight Tank Davis if Jake Paul could not get Canelo in the ring. That's what that man said in that short. Okay, that is the person, the CEO that runs MVP along with Jake Paul. The whole plan was to get Tank in the ring. And on Tank's side, the plan was to fight Jake Paul before he even fought Lamont Roach.
Hey, Ash, can I say something? I've been texting. It probably ain't been coming out right because I got some fat ass fingers. But so if you reread my my comment I made, I was saying that people use that slow, flat-footed Mexican fighter diatribe to salt folks, but I gave you proof positive that it's nonsense because the great one of the greatest fighters of all time is Julio Cesar Chavez, and he was slow of feet, slow of hands, and he was Mexican, and he was on his front foot a lot. But he was whooping tail, bro. I don't ascribe to it. I never did. I'm saying people tear down Tank with that same saying, bro. Come on, I need you to pick up on the comprehension, bro. That's like fourth time I've seen you come directly at me at misunderstanding or misapplying what I've said. I've never said that. Never said that. I don't think that is valid. I know some of the greatest boxers that have been Mexican fighters, and I just don't like that they be categorizing people that way so that they could hate on them because they're throwing shade on people that are actually been great fighters. My bad.
No, you telling the truth, Thomas. You telling the truth. The same shit is going on right now with Brian Norman Jr., right? Everybody keeps saying his feet is slow. And at the same shit, everybody keeps saying Brian Norman Jr. got slow feet and his feet stuck in the mud and he got flat feet. That's why he's going to lose to Devin Haney. So people have been saying the same shit. You're right. Like a lot of people always talk about somebody's feet and that's why they're not going to win the fight. But it's been a lot of fighters that actually win. It's been a lot of fighters with that actually know how to cut off the ring.
Absolutely. But even beside that, like you're tearing down somebody else just so you can tear down the ideal target. Like he is the target. So I'm going to tear him down by dumping on these people. That don't make no sense.
Yeah. Whole group of people. That's how it goes, though. That's a fact. Hold on.
Man, I would rather see Tank fight Floyd Mayweather than the rematch for Lamont Roach.
I would rather see him fight Floyd Mayweather than damn near anybody, to be
honestly. I mean, now if we're talking Ash, if we're talking exhibitions, that is the fight. I mean, hell, you know it's the fight when my man said, hey, it's your cousin's intro and we ain't never got a box again. Well, I've been getting these bags, but now it's time for you to get your man. AB wanted to fight that fool because he know that, hey, if I fight him, I ain't got to worry about fighting ever again. I'm gonna get paid. And if everybody would tune in to that because they know the specialness of Mayweather, man, how he attracts people because people want to see him get sparked. They believe this kid could probably spark him. And on top of that, they don't like Tank too. Oh man, they tuning in. What if the old man puts a beating on him? We say he ain't that good anyway.
And Tank need to show Barrios how it's done. He need to stop Barrios and stop Pacquiao because whatever they did last fight was crazy. Yeah. And I bet you if Tank fight Pacquiao, then they probably nominate him for Filipino Prime Minister after that.
That shit is gonna be fire though. If they really fight, they're gonna sell out where he's crazy as hell for that. They're gonna sell out wherever. If he really fight Pacquiao, that they'll sell out wherever. What's killing me though is a lot of people acting like this is last fight ever. Like, bro, for real. And I don't. For the people in the chat, people told me a lot of people been reporting and saying that it's $100 million. I don't know how much it is. If it's $40 million, okay, it's $40 million. I don't really know.
Yeah, it's been told. It was like Rick Tim say, man. He heard 50, 10, 40, 60, 100. But best believe, I'll say this: Jake Paul, when he fights, he does well at the tickets and people looking at him. But when he fought Tyson, somebody that everybody and their mama knew really wasn't a fight and fighting shape and whatnot, that's just ballooned. Why? Because they know if Tyson land one punch, it could be lights out. And they want to see if Tyson could spark him, if he would. And as you said, Ashley, you know there was time. Hell, Jake Face even said it. There was one time he was pulling back in the third round, man. He had made a mistake, and Tyson lined him up. That boy looked like
he knocked him around the ring, not effortlessly. It looked like in a couple of times, Jake was blocking those punches, and you can still see how it was shifting the shit out of Jake's body.
a far bigger person. He was just pushing him around the ring. And then there
27 versus Tyson. He was 227 pounds.
Yeah. And you know, even to a lesser degree, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., he looked like he was about to pass out for dear life. But in the last round, show you that if I really wanted to fight this dude, I beat him up. So yeah, man, you know, I don't know, man. I just
versus Lamont or versus Tio gonna be on the undercard for this fight? Who gonna be on the undercard?
I don't know. Probably a bunch of MVP fighters. No bullshit. Probably a bunch of them, yo. But for real, the bottom line about the whole Tank versus Jake Paul exhibition, the whole thing about a boxer fighting exhibition, Tank's not the first fighter to do this, and he won't be the last. Trust and believe me. He's not going to be the last. It's just a lot of fight. You have to have some type of stardom for somebody that's not boxing, that's not a real boxer or been boxing for a long time to actually want to fight you. That's just the bottom line. Correct. And you remember Sean O'Malley? I remember Sean O'Malley and Devin Haney was about to fight each other. Sean O'Malley is an MMA fighter. Like, it's been a bunch of times when fighters, like, you got Tyson Fury fighting the MMA dude. You had AJ fighting the MMA dude. Like, this wasn't the end of their careers unless they wanted it to be. For people to come out and just automatically put all types of jackets on Tank about this, man, come on, man. Y'all just really mad that he's not doing they mad for the same reason all the time. He's not fighting who you want when you want him to do it. That's like the bottom line. Salute to you, Jameson George. What is popping? What you definitely appreciate you for coming through. Salute to you, Dolores. What is good, Queen? Definitely appreciate you. Hope all is well with you and peace and blessings. She say Mike Tyson proved the iron in his name. Mike ate them shots. He just needed to hit back. Yeah. I think it was a lot going on. He said he was biting his gloves because he wanted to knock him out or something like that.
I think he was biting his gloves because he wanted to smack him, but he signed that NDA. But that's no, I'm serious, Ash.
Yeah, he wanted to hit him hard. He wanted to give it to him, you know.
Yeah, and you know his nature is to pound on people, right?
Yes.
And for the people that has pause-worthy, pause. But he likes blamming on folks, and he had to hold punches back. Sometimes he had to even not throw punches because he could have sparked his soul. And you know the show, the hype train that is Jake Paul, he can't be getting knocked out. And that's why, you know, I can't see Tank being allowed to knock him out. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this, if Tank gets hit by one of his punches, there is a good chance.
Hell yeah.
Because I've seen him spark some people, man. Where he hits hard. And he's a big dude. So, you know. But the one caveat that I will say is that I seen a spar session with him in a heavyweight. And I mean, he was lining this heavyweight up, and this heavyweight smacked him one good time. And it kind of like caught him off balance, but you know, he ate that like a champ. I don't encourage you continuously eat shots like that, but there's a possibility that if he eats the right shot, it could be night for him too. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, for real, y'all. That's for people that, especially the people that don't like Tank, y'all lying to me and yourself when you say you're not watching this fight, because you know deep down it's a chance in this. You know it's a chance that he can get hurt or something can happen in this fight. You know how much people held on to. It was a clip on YouTube. The joint had like 50 million views. It was unreal. It was a clip on YouTube of Pitbull hitting Tank Davis once during that fight where his hand was hurt. One time, bro, and it was the comments in it. Oh my gosh, like Jesus, one punch out of the whole joint, like it's crazy. People will take one little inch and take that shit for a mile all around the block twice. No bullshit. So I know people are going to watch this fight just like people watch Floyd lose, regardless of how much they don't like this fight, how much they think that, you know, Tank is levels above Jake Paul and he's not going to lose. I don't think he's going to lose either. I think he's going to whoop Jake Paul's ass, no doubt. But still, they're going to watch it because they're going to be hoping something bad happens.
Yeah, they're
talking about it.
as much as they talk about they respect boxing, like I bet you they want Jake Paul to beat Tank. I bet you they want that. They don't want to beat Jake Paul. Who you rooting for?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I think there's people who want to see Jake Paul spank on Tank. I think there's people who want to see. I really believe that.
It is. A lot of people don't like Tank, yo. They mad.
There's
They
a lot.
don't like Tank, yo. For real. I done seen people are cussing, mad, calling them names, all types. I'm like, yo, just because he's not fighting somebody y'all want, y'all like, it's crazy. Unreal, yo. Unreal.
Unreal.
People, I'm gonna have that money longer than y'all are gonna be mad at me. You're gonna get over it. Trust me. Like, why would I? You know what I'm saying? Why would I?
I love your bottom line.
Why would I stop my money train because y'all are mad? Seriously, I
love the bottom line.
I would have stopped breathing 15 years ago if I really cared about what people thought. They've been wanting me to die.
No, that's a fact. I still believe there's some people who want to see Jake Paul get sparked. The thing that I have a problem with is he said that Anthony Joshua is next. And the plan also is to get Canelo because that's the biggest money bag you can get. Yeah. I can't see him getting Joshua, much less Canelo, if he gets sparked.
He's not
by Tank Davis by a little bitty midget.
He's definitely not getting Canelo. It's not happening. He's not getting no motherfucking Canelo. It's not. I don't think that at all. AJ, man, I don't even know what y'all think gonna happen in between AJ if he fight Andre Ward.
The way he looked in that Dubois fight, I really believe Andre Ward, even though he hasn't been fighting, just as technician that he is, he not getting hit with something that he doesn't set his punches up.
Andre Ward, you too, Ja?
I'm rooting for Ward. I don't know who I got, but I put Ward with spank. I like Ward.
I don't know about spanking him. He been out that ring for a mighty long time.
No, it's kind of a toss-up, to be real, because you don't really know what Andre Ward is coming with. I'm rooting for Andre Ward too, for real.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, I'm rooting.
You have to admit this is heavyweight where Andre Ward never fought at. Andre Ward's older. AJ, even though he's ass juice, he's still younger. He still got juice in those knees. You feel me? Like it's kind of a toss-up. You don't really know what's gonna happen. In my opinion, Andre Ward, if he got hit by a good shot when he was a pro in great shape, he got dropped. He might get up and win the fight, but he still got dropped. Being that this is a punch he ain't never took before, it's kind of a toss-up. I want him to beat AJ though. I don't really know why.
I do too.
But I kind of want him. I kind of want him to beat AJ. I think AJ is kind of over it. I think when it comes to boxing ability, AJ thinks too much. And when you think too much in the ring, you're going to get hit in a blink of an eye. I really don't think AJ should be a boxer. I said this years and years ago. I think AJ is a lab ass nigga. Excuse my French, but I think he was built in the lab. So I think he wasn't supposed to be a fighter. They built him. He wasn't born. They built him to be a fighter. They told him what to do, when to do it. That's why when he fought what's his name, Andy Ruiz, and he went to the corner and asked the corner what he got hit with. Then he asked the corner what can he hit him with. Bruh, you're not a good boxer for real. And it just is what it is. It shows when you fight somebody with a little bit of boxing ability. Matter of fact, it shows when he fights somebody that actually can counterpunch. Counterpunching is AJ's weakness.
No, absolutely. I agree with you. And I think that second fight with what's his name? Usyk, when he had a nervous breakdown in the ring, that lets you know like he's not fully aware of his abilities and what he can do. And unfortunately, he has machismo to a whole nother level. Like he wants to be the tough guy. That's what cost him in that Dubois fight.
Yeah. I respect him about Klitschko.
Say that again. Your phone went in and out.
Anthony Joshua with that Klitschko fight. That's where I gained respect for him. When he fought Klitschko, I'm like, oh, all right, cause he fight a robot. Like I don't like his style. Like fight like a robot to me.
And rock him, sock him. That's how you fight.
Ward the highest IQs in boxing history. He probably spanked Josh.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's where he lacks at. He lacks majorly in boxing IQ. I don't think AJ really got that much of it. And when you I think maybe he look, is Andre Ward picking AJ right now? Do you know something that we don't know? You feel me? You know something that we don't know? Because I don't know why AJ really hadn't fought for real. I mean, I know he got his ass beat by what's his name, Dynamite Daniel Dubois, but that was over a year ago, wasn't it? Didn't he get stopped by Dubois like a year ago?
Yeah, he got sparked. That boy hit him with something that I guess he didn't see coming. Short circuited everything.
It was a counter punch. Yo, he always getting sparked by counter punches. It's like he can't react fast enough for it because he don't have no replacement. When he don't hold his hands right, in my opinion. Being that he don't have quick reflexes, he needs to hold his hands higher, and he don't do that. He be chill like shit in the ring. he be chill in the ring.
He don't got the right body makeup though, cause he built up top like Mike Tyson, but he real tall though. So he can't do like Pitbull got that kind of like peekaboo shell like Mike got. So he could get away with certain stuff, but like on defense. But Joshua can't, like he built like a bodybuilder or something, like, and he got athleticism, but his body makeup ain't just right for like his or his punches either. Like he looked goofy when he throw him.
I know he lose to Andre Ward, he might call it quits. What you say?
Nah, Ash, I just wanted to go back to a comment you made about you said you'd have stopped breathing a long time ago. So many people wanted you, dead or don't like you.
Yeah.
You know what? Going back to Tank, and this is the last thing I'll say regarding that, man. The day that news dropped, do you understand how explosive it was for these haters and for these pro Tank channels alike?
Yeah, I was laughing at a lot of stuff. I was shaking my head too. I was like, wow.
Yo, I went to one channel that averages like 50 to 75 people. It was 590 something people in their chat that day.
I'll be missing out.
Yeah, they love. That's because you're just not that type of person.
I don't got time. I really don't.
Yeah, you ain't got time.
I would go live more. I really would. I'm gonna try to make more time. But go ahead. I ain't gonna cut you off. Go ahead,
No. I was just saying that these people who claim that Tank is despicable and they don't like him and they would rather talk about anything else, always find themselves talking about him and benefit heavily whenever the news is about him. And it was 596 people. And on an average, he usually gets about anywhere between 50 to 75. On a good day, about 100 people in there. This Mickey Fricky benefited hell greatly, and all of them, all the people that really hate him, or the bigger the hate for that person, the bigger the number was for that, because they just couldn't wait to go pile on this niggas who was away from the sport.
I mean, that's
out
just
here in the YouTube screen. Go ahead.
I can't wait to do it.
No, I was trying to see if all of these.
Oh, I was just gonna say there was. No, it ain't nothing. What?
Go ahead. Nothing. No sound is coming out.
Oh yeah.
I need to redo them or whatever.
Salute my guy Zach B.
They secretly up. Like they just act like that in the public view, like they don't mess with Tank, but when they back, they got like Helga and Arnold. They got.
Yeah, they undercover fans of Tank, and I say this too, man. I've always said hate is like a misguided form of love. These niggas really love the hell out of Tank. They love him. They love that nigga so much they wake up, can't wait to talk about this nigga.
They get paid. They just by making a video with his name in it on YouTube. Like that, like you said, they get the most views off of that. And that's like they love to do the YouTube thing. Ain't no way they don't got it. Like it's just all hate for them. Like, cause the most views you're gonna get is if you're talking about Tank.
They know it. That's why they make up narratives when it's nothing to talk about. When the last thing Tank did or said is old and they talked about it too much, they make up something. Like Tank, the only fighter that box or something. It's crazy. They have the nerve to talk about other people all the time. I also wanted to talk about Tim Bradley. Like, I don't know if y'all know, but Tim Bradley ordered himself some snack, bro. I was waiting for somebody to do this and then just report on what it is, on how you feel and shit like that. I done heard a lot of things about snack. I really don't know exactly what it do or just does it do everything. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to see what he was going to say about this snack. I'm going to start from the beginning though, because he told people that he was ordering it and then he made a review. This is just him ordering it. So let's see what he got to say. This is a short video.
Boxing Hall of Famer. Yo, I just ordered my snack pack. Man, I got that go fast snack pack, man. Hey, shit, I'm trying to make sure, and I hope I can go fast. Yeah, because I need to continue to run. Damn. Anyway, some heat was dropped yesterday by Sean Sattel, man. Big shout out to Sean Sattel, yo. And I'm just clapping on it right now because, man, this don't look good. This don't look good at all. Yeah, I got some information real quick. Just listen up to me. You know, look, we talking about Vada and Victor Conte. Like Victor Conte created Vada. No, he didn't create Vada. That's Margaret Goodman, you know, good friend of mine. However, he did have a little say-so on the formula, on what to look for and what to test for, because what? It takes a criminal to find other criminals, right? That's what it do. It takes a criminal to understand what these other criminals going to be looking and doing.
And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said the best form of charity.
Man. He come out and he say some years ago that he knows how to beat the test. People, sometimes you just got to shut up and close your damn mouth. That's what you got to do. Shut up and close your mouth. Sometimes I need to just shut up and close my damn mouth. That's for damn sure. But you know what? Hey, he put his foot in his mouth. Yeah, he said he know how to beat the test. And the last time I checked with dietary supplements, what? They not FDA approved at all. He's selling that snack pack all over. I just ordered my snack pack like I told you guys. Man, I got that go fast snack pack. But anyways, it's not looking good. You know, years ago, I had an opportunity to work with Snack when Donaire and them was doing it and stuff. You know, I investigated it. I was like, oh man, let me go ahead. Let me investigate this, see what this is all about. Man, it was like, oh, Victor Conte. I said, oh, let me do some research. I did some research. I said, oh no. The optics, I can't be around that. Not TB. I don't need none of that stuff. Just saying, you know, I wasn't sure. Just saying. But anyways, yo, look, I went and got a blood test done. I'm I'm being real with y'all. That's why y'all here. I went and got a blood test done. They sent the results to Victor Conte. Victor Conte looked at because he want to see what's missing in your system, right? That's what was told to me. I want to see where your vitals at. I want to see where everything.
Man, I was on mute just now, but I wanted to play this to let everybody know that you can go to the website and buy a snack, all right? But you can also, and he said this out of his own mouth. Victor Conte said, if you really want to get the best benefit out of it, then I will have a blood sample and I will test your blood and see what it's missing. So what he's saying is true. This is what fighters do. A lot of, like Devin Haney, probably do this exact same thing. He gave Victor his blood to get his exact snack pack. Same thing with probably Caleb Plant and the people that do snack every time that they have a fight. Okay, I'm gonna play this. Continue playing this.
All your supplements, all the elements in your body. I said, okay, cool. Go ahead and check it out. Shit, Victor Conte came back, text back, and was like, man.
Yo, he funny too. But salute. Let me somebody was saying salute to you. Life is good. Definitely appreciate you for being in the building. Definitely appreciate your support. Salute to the family thing in the super chat with the super sticker. Definitely appreciate your support.
This is for the cool.
Definitely appreciate y'all.
What you doing? I said, shit, I'm a vegan. I'm taking that USANA. He was like, man, shit, you don't need me. Whatever you got going on, it's ferocious. I said, damn. He said, you got that dog in you. I said, you damn right, I got that dog in me. But anyways, man, and I said, nah, I can't mess with this. I can't mess with you. Nope. Can't do it. I'm sorry. Absolutely not. So you SNAC athletes out there, man. Man, look, it ain't a good look. I'm not saying that his products is full of performance and that PEDs and stuff like that that's passing these tests, but I'm just letting y'all know, man, the optics don't look good. It don't look good at all. I'm letting y'all know, y'all better run and run real fast. You know what? I think the products, that's what it make you do. To be honest with you, you running out of gas, or you moving the hell around the ring real quickly. You know what I'm saying? Because the track record from SNAC, you're saying, the advantage. I don't see it. I don't see the advantage. Anybody.
That's what this is. He don't see no advantage that SNAC fighters are taking. That is why he bought SNAC and gave Victor or whatever his blood to get the full advantage that fighters are getting. This is why he did it.
I don't see it. I'm sorry. And you want to talk about Carissa Shields and Terrence Crawford? They was great before they got on some damn SNAC.
That's a fact. That's a fact. All right? That's a fact. Hold on. That's a fact. Salute to you, Felix Nunez. What's up? Definitely appreciate you for coming through. So, Tim Bradley is talking about why, well, basically telling y'all that he gave his blood and he waiting on the SNAC pack, bro. That's what he's he waiting on the SNAC pack. Now, he got a SNAC pack 3 months, like it seemed like 2-3 weeks after that, he had the SNAC, and this is his review.
You know the rest, yo. Hey.
Oh my God. That fast. Son. Jesus.
On to this SNAC pack for a minute. I told y'all I was gonna get this SNAC pack. And I just got the SNAC pack. And I'm letting y'all know right now, I'm started taking it today. Man, I'm here to report on this stuff, man. Already. I'm here to report on it. But yo, check this out. Look what I got. Expedite. Check that out.
Remember the commercial?
Check out the ingredients on the back. You can do your own research. Let's check it out. Let's see what this does. Expedite. Yeah. All right. It's an innovative powder drink mix designed to help energize your mind and body for more effective workouts. It says it was formulated to help increase alertness, elevate healthy mood, improve physical stamina, and enhance your overall sense of well-being. This product is not only used for high-intensity athletic activity, but it's also to ignite energy and performance boosts as needed. You know what? Check this out right here. It also says Expedite was designed to support energy levels, strength, stamina, and endurance, reaction time, mental focus, and performance. Man, hey, they cheating, but they cheating the right way. That's what they doing. They cheating the right way. My gosh. Look, they got all the L's in there, man. They got the beta alanine in there. Shoot. Hey, that's natural stuff. Beta alanine right there. You know what that does? That's gonna buffer lactic acid. I know that. Yeah, I used to take that too. Yeah, that buffers lactic acid. So that is gonna increase your stamina. Yeah, that's what that's gonna do, man. Shoot, they got the vitamin C in there. You already know that's gonna give you energy and support. The L's, they got all the L's in there, man. L-carnitine in that mug as well. Got a little bit of caffeine in there, man. The black pepper fruit. Yeah, that's gonna help with absorption. Yeah. Shoot. Hey, look. This stuff right here. Oh, it's fire. Check this out. I'm gonna check this out. This hypooxygen right here. Look, check this out. Hypooxygen. Yeah, man. Look. This stuff right here says it's designed and utilized for low oxygen training. It says methods and provides specific nutritions needed to support the normal production of red blood cells. So this stuff right here is going to help you produce more red blood cells. So when you see them guys with the mask on and they breathing in there and they like,
hey Thomas, you still with me? Now, man, he's talking about that the supplement is gonna help you produce more blood cells. All right, I'm gonna let the video finish. It's only been 3 minutes. It's an 11-minute video. Okay. I remember a lot of fighters. Well, let me say, I know for sure, one fighter for sure, Arthur Beterbiev got tested and he had too much testosterone or something like that, I believe. And I already know males produce that by themselves, and it's a natural thing that happens with males. But the thing is that he had too much of it. So they thought he was cheating. They thought he was taking something he wasn't supposed to be taking. And even though it's natural, he wasn't supposed to have a high level of it. Tim just said it give you a high level of red blood cells just now. I mean, who knows how much stuff it gives you a high level of, especially because you gave him your blood. But let's finish listening to what he have to say.
Basically in high altitude with less oxygen, guess what this product gonna do? It's gonna help increase your red blood cell production. That's what this gonna do right here. Hey, this this a bad boy right here, man. This ain't no joke. This stuff, I'm telling y'all, man. I took some of this today, and I'm gonna tell you about what I felt today. I'm gonna tell y'all, man, for real. So they got another product right here called Vitalize. I ain't take this yet, so I'm gonna wait on this. But this right here, Vitalize, this is said to.
Most auto insurers love when you have two cars, and
you got to be alert inside that ring. Yep. It says elevates healthy mood and supports concentration and reaction time during exercise. Man, all this stuff, man, I'm letting y'all know, all this stuff right here is boxing. It's geared. It's geared towards boxing. It's geared towards wrestling. It's geared for anything that's going to give you, you got to be explosive, anaerobic, anything anaerobic. This stuff right here is going to support that, man. I'm serious. You look, I ain't took this yet, but shit, the two that I did take, I'm going to tell y'all what I felt. I'm going to tell y'all exactly what I felt. And I started taking it today. And then you got the ZMA 5. Anybody know about the ZMA or the HTP 5? Anybody know about that? Yeah, HTP 5, the 5-HTP. Yeah, this is almost like serotonin, right? It's part of the family serotonin, right? This gonna help with the sleep. This is recovery. That's what that is. This is recovery right here. When we getting ready for fights, it's hard to go to sleep, man. You're dreaming about the competition. This is gonna help you sleep well, and the more you sleep, the more you're gonna be able to heal up. The faster you heal up, right? And so then you can go back the next day, and you can train even harder. Hey, this ain't. Hey, look. It's cheating, but it's cheating the right way. You feel me? Hey, this ain't breaking no kind of laws. This ain't breaking no kind of rules. All of this stuff is natural stuff, man. Yeah, these are natural supplements in this thing, man. For real. They got magnesium here. This is
Now, this is the reason why a lot of people have a lot to say about it. All right. He's basically telling you, and I'm not even finished with the video because he's going to tell you exactly what he felt when he took the supplements. But like I said, because they're all natural ingredients, it's going to pass. As far as the ingredients on the label, they're all natural ingredients. Ain't no law against that, 100%. If you're taking somebody's blood and you're elevating something that's some type of mineral or something in their body that they're lacking or whatever, or as long as if you're bringing it, if you're leveling their shit, that's fine. But it seems like a lot of stuff is kind of unexplained. You can't explain a lot of things. You know what I mean? And Tim Bradley is going to, when he tells you what he went through and tells you how he felt, then he's going to kind of point out what I'm not even going to tell you. He's going to point it out.
They got the zinc in here. Yup. They got that 5-HTP. Y'all know, y'all seen that on the shelves in the stores.
Yeah, cool.
Shoot. But anyways,
yeah,
these two supplements right here that I got. This is my Go Fast pack.
Go Fast pack.
I took this early this morning. Both these products right here. I had energy all morning. When I say I was energized all morning. I did yard work. I did some garden. I did gardening outside. I cleaned the windows. I was energized the whole day. Son came home. We got a little space in the backyard. We playing soccer. I'm talking about my reactions was on a completely different level. You know, I ain't trained since I hurt my damn leg. I ain't been able to train since I hurt my leg. You know, I'm good now. You know, I'm back up and moving, but I ain't trained. Man, I went at it with my son. I'm talking about reactions. I'm talking about my speed, my quickness. You know, I'm talking about I was on fire, man. I was whooping his behind, you know, for the first 15 minutes. Then we kicked the ball over the damn over to the neighbor yard. We walked over there, you know, came back. We started up again. And next thing you know, I'm like, damn. Ooh, I'm feeling a little tired. I'm feeling a little winded. What's going on? My son ended up, you know, catching up to me. I was beating him. And I kind of ran out of steam. I ran a little bit out of desire. I was just like, man, I ain't chasing this boy no more. But 15 minutes ago, I was on fire. Seriously, on fire. I felt like I was young again. Not gonna lie. Now, I know what some of y'all gonna say. Oh, Timmy got steroids in there. Man, look. This is advanced stuff. This stuff right here is basically what your body produces, right? But he's pushing those particular supplements into your body so your body can react a certain way. This is smart. This ain't no
What's good, 2 cents?
Steroids or anything like that. No. This ain't none of that type of stuff. This is kind of like having your body do what it's supposed to do. It's just enhancing it. That's all it is. It's enhancing your body to create energy, to create more oxygen, more cells. It's crazy. It sounds crazy, right? It do. I know. But today I know my body.
To me, it still sounds like he's saying it's performance enhancing. Are y'all hearing the same thing that I'm saying? He's still saying that it's performance enhancing. It's not a drug. It's a supplement. But it's still performance enhancing. And he said it himself. Just like, I mean, it's not like are you allowed to take Red Bulls in the ring? Just a question. Can you drink a Red Bull in the middle of the round? Can you drink a Red Bull right before the fight? Is that allowed? Maybe it is. Who knows? You feel me? It is. It's allowed. No, you can't be saying it is to that question because it's a time delay in what I be talking about. Tim Bradley knows what the F is going on. Man, it's just you can't be. But the words he's using, he's trying to say is not cheating, but he just said it is cheating. But it's just they cheat in a good way. Said it's not illegal because it's all natural supplements, but we already know And if somebody have high levels of testosterone, people are going to think that they already on PEDs. They're going to be tested as so. And people already been pointing fingers at certain fighters saying that they on taking steroids or some type of drugs because of their testosterone is naturally too high. Naturally too high. And they're talking about, oh, well, they have an edge over these fighters because of the power. Same thing they say about Ultra Perturbia. It's the same thing this man is saying out of his mouth about SNAC. It's the same thing he's saying. For things that certain, but what your body puts out is the reason on why certain athletes are as good as they are in that sport, if you understand what I'm saying. I can be a great basketball player, but if something in me, if my body don't put out a certain amount of something, I might always be winded. I might need an inhaler. I might need this and I might need that. If I get it fixed in a doctor and naturally, that's one thing. But if I take some supplements, you know what I'm saying, and it has me feeling being a totally different person, it's a performance enhancement. It just is what it is. We're talking about it not being a drug. We're talking about it not being illegal. That's the bottom line. But what it's doing is what Tim Bradley is telling you is doing. That's what it do. For real, if you sit back and listen to the fighters that talk about SNAC, they're telling you that it enhances their performance. A lot of fighters, a lot of people, a lot of fans will sit and tell you SNAC, only thing SNAC does is help you cut weight. A lot of people will tell you that. It help you cut weight without being dehydrated. That's the only thing SNAC does. That's not true. It's not true at all. A lot of people say a lot of things about SNAC, and a lot of it be straight up BS. That's why I wanted to hear what Tim Bradley had to say about the situation. Being that, go ahead, Thomas, you back?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm sorry. You asked me a question?
I asked you what you thought about it.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you what I think about it. You talking about this right here, right? This video that you played, because I've been listening to the video.
Yes, the video.
Okay, the very first video you played, he said, "I'm going to take a look at this because of my relationship with my good friends," right?
Yeah, and he said he don't see no benefit. He don't see no benefit in SNAC on why people acting like it's a performance enhancing because he don't see the benefit.
No, I'm talking about the very first video you played of him where he was like, "No, it's not a good look. It's not a good look."
That is the first video I played. At the end of it, that he said.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, you're right.
I think honestly, that's why, because people say SNAC ain't cheap, especially if you're gonna give your blood. I think he don't think that it's no, you know what I'm saying? Like it ain't that big of a deal. But go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I'm only saying this because I'm cool with the people that he mentioned. I got nothing but respect for Rachel and Nonito. But there's somebody that's out there talking about SNAC and the tie to Victor Conte and how it is allows certain fighters an advantage over other fighters, so to speak. And one of those fighters happened to be Nonito that I think he last went at. And, I think because of that, there's been some problems between he and Rachel, and that's manager Marty and Rachel. And I know that Tim is closely tied to Rachel and Nonito. So I think that was part of the reason for this video, the second one, as well, too, to let it be clear that, there's nothing salacious or nefarious going on with the product, and ultimately that the product is a separate entity from, the other things that, quote unquote, your boy Victor Conte has been part of. And I think that's why he made this video more so than anything, because the first video when he said, upon, seeing how my good friends were sponsored by this and, they took it, I wanted to do this. But once I started doing it, I was starting to see that it's not a good look and get off of that. And I think that, that's the reason for this. He wanted to make sure he walk it back, so to speak.
Yeah,
he walked this back.
Individual.
Yeah. I like him.
I really stay out of the whole business. I know when people talk about SNAC, they do say Daenerys' name and all of that. I really stay out of that. I think the reason that I think he was like the first person that was tested or something like that. I don't even know.
No, you're spot on.
Okay.
He was one of the first athletes in boxing to be licensed and be connected with SNAC. So
Donaire, right?
Yeah, Nonito. Okay. And manager Marty, he definitely. I mean, I'm not saying anything for or against, but he's been making it a push to show how your boy Victor Conti should not be allowed in any performance enhancing area. Because
I see it on my home news feed. I don't know who a lot of the people is that be going deep diving into stuff like this. I don't really like paying much attention to it. You feel me? But I thought that his that Tim Bradley, because I would have played anybody's. If Andre Ward would have did it, I would have played both of his videos talking about how he got the SNAC and what it did for him. I really just wanted an honest view, but it seems like he probably is being a little petty. But I think he's being honest about how good the product is. I don't think he's bullshitting. I think the product is very good, and what's in it is all natural, and all of it is safe to take.
Yeah,
what he's saying. But the words of what you basically sitting here saying that it's making you a better fighter.
It's making you better than what you normally are. Yeah.
You remember when I think it was the second fight when Charlo fought what's his name? Tony Harrison.
Yeah.
You remember the second fight? You remember when Tony Harrison was complaining about what was in Charlo's bottle because it wasn't see-through? It was like a Gatorade type bottle or whatever. He kept saying after the fight that reason, like one of his excuses was the fact that what he had in his bottle wasn't what I had in my bottle. He kept acting like it wasn't water in his bottle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It was that Panama special.
So you telling me that somebody that Gatorade in between the rounds can be viewed as cheating? And how can you tell me that something that's elevating this, that, and the third in your blood system isn't considered something? You understand what I'm saying? Like, to me, and what I think about the whole SNAC, because you allowed it, it's not cheating. Because it's allowed in the sport, it's not cheating. Technically, that's what it is. It's not cheating because it's allowed in the sport. People are going to talk about it because it's questions that needs to be answered. Out of both of these videos, I still can't seem to fathom how somebody can gain 20 some 30 some pounds in less than 24 hours. I'm still looking for that answer, and I'm still looking for it.
Now that's where I was gonna go with that. I mean,
I found one person that had SNAC or took SNAC that gave me one thing to make me realize that okay, it could have been this. Bruh, I even AI'd it. I've asked my doctor, how is it possible? And it's not, you cannot gain that without taking something. Period and point blank. You gotta take something, gotta be put in your system.
Yep. I've heard the same. I've asked physicians, I've asked like nutritionists, I've asked everybody, and they likewise tell me the same thing. But conventional wisdom tells me that, dog. I can't gain 25 pounds in one day eating I could eat 25 pounds of food and won't gain 25 pounds.
That's too much. And still don't have no belly.
You know what I mean?
How, bro? You can't tell me it's your age. That's the only thing that I don't understand. Everything else can be what it is. I'm not taking no punches. These fighters will still fight somebody if they tested dirty. We just seen David Morrell do it, and the dude he was fighting was built like a whole goddamn action figure. You hear me,
man?
And he still fought him. So I mean, I'm not gonna complain about SNAC. I'm just saying I just thought this was a good two good videos because he's talking about something that nobody did yet. Nobody that isn't an athlete right now is taking SNAC just to see exactly what type of enhancements that these fighters are actually getting. And you talking about Tim Bradley is an older man that don't really do shit. You talking about somebody in their 20s that's working out and cutting weight and taking that shit to, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is, man. And I heard doctors say that you're not to your fullest. You're not back at 100 unless you get a whole week off after training. You need a whole week. You feel me? So
Much less a day.
a lot of these fighters that start cutting weight the week of the fight, you feel me? If you start cutting weight the week of the fight, when you fight, you're never going to be 100. Never. And a lot of these fighters do that. So the fighters that stay close to their weight class, they really have an advantage upon these other fighters. But knowing what I know now from what Timothy Bradley is saying and a lot of other people that's been saying about SNAC that has taken SNAC, man, it's legal. But at the same time, if somebody that don't take SNAC beat a fighter that's on that do take it, you give that fighter a lot of respect. It seemed like if you just fought somebody that had a lot of advantages over you that's not even in black and white. You feel me?
Hey, like you said, it's cheating. It's just cheating the right way.
Yeah,
love it. Too funny.
It's legal. If they made it legal, you can't say it's cheating. You understand? Just like if the fight just happened in between Tank and Lamont Roach, you can't say that either one of them lost. It was a draw. It is what it is. Technically, it is what it is. The shit is, if it's legal, it's legal. People are going to raise an eye about it because you have a person that's running SNAC that is blatantly don't give a fuck about what he's saying. He has no filter about him talking about cheating, him talking about knowing how to cheat and all this. He don't got no filter. So a lot of people are going to raise eyes to that, and they should. Just because he don't care. You feel me? And he's already been caught. So you're gonna get your eyes raised, but at the same time, man, they made that shit legal. They made it legal and fighters is taking it. And because of that, it's not much that we can say. We can just sit and listen to people's reviews and listen to people that actually take it. YouTube crew, the traveler in the building, definitely appreciate you in the super.
This is for the cool.
Keep up the good work. Planet 69, definitely appreciate you for coming. Ain't nobody ever that SNAC shit don't work. That's what he was saying. That's what he said in the end of the first one. He was trying to say that SNAC wasn't nothing. He don't see the benefit. This second video, he like, bro, I had energy out the ass. Like
Wazoo, that nigga said he was able to compete with his young buck.
Right. He was
kicking. Matter of fact, he said I was whooping his tail.
Yeah, he had it all, man. So let me finish. You only got, 2 more minutes.
Man, I know my body. I ain't been training. I ain't been nothing. But for those 15 minutes, I was something completely different. But at the same time, I did get tired and I did run out of gas. So my observations of people that take these products is spot on. Yes, they fire. Oh yeah, you're gonna have energy, you're gonna have your alertness. Oh yeah. But damn it, I worry about the back end. Once you run out of that steam, that's what I worry about. With a lot of guys that's taking these vitamins right here and these supplements right here. But anyways, so far, look, shoot, I need to train. That's what I need to do. If I train on this, maybe I'll have more stamina on the back end. Maybe I will. But I'm just saying how I'm feeling right now. Shit, would I buy it again? Hell yeah, I'll buy this again. Shit, I have 15 minutes of prime time. 15 minutes of prime time. Shit, pretty much all day, to be honest with you, because I did a lot today. I was outside all day today, after taking this product, man. These 2 products right here. But anyways, man, y'all stay tuned, man, for real.
Yo, honestly, I think that yo, Tim is funny. Hold on, wait. Tim is funny.
Of prime time. 15 minutes of prime time. Shit, pretty much all day, to be honest.
So I think if a fighter was to take SNAC and train for camp, it would probably make him a beast for real in the ring. You know what I'm saying? It'll make him a beast in the ring. But damn, this is kind of like making me look at a kind of as this is kind of what I thought But I'm not really the type to, I don't like going on my assumptions. I like really trying to get some factual evidence or some proof or some type of word of mouth behind what I'm thinking. And I mean, I already thought that, of course, they had some type of advantage. Of course, I thought they had some type of advantage. Salute to you, Kings of King. I thought they had some type of advantage, but at the same time, oh, there you go. He probably fell off. I knew they had some type of advantage, but at the same time, I'm like, man, it's like, oh shit, salute to you, Barbara D. Hope all is well. Definitely appreciate you in the super chat.
This is for the cool.
Say, hey there, I'm enjoying your content. Thank you. I definitely appreciate you for coming in the building. I'm trying to have a nice little conversation, no debate about these videos that Tim Bradley been putting out about SNAC. Prime time, right? I thought that was funny. I think Tim Bradley is pretty funny though, for real. He has his moments. Planet 619 said, "Hell, I might get some of that." I just walked out the gym. Yo, go ahead and report on it too. Report on it. If you don't want to report on your own channel, hell, I'll give you. Look, I'll interview you about your snack intake, and make sure you take it for a couple of weeks. See what it do for you. You feel me? But Tim Bradley was talking about like how your crash is horrible. Like he crashed real bad after he took it.
Be honest with you, because I did a lot today. I was outside all day today. You know, after taking this product, man. These two products right here. But anyways, man, y'all stay tuned, man, for real. This stuff right here.
Gotta get that expedite.
This stuff right here. Yeah. And then, you know, I'm going to take this tonight. You know, I told y'all, I'm 40 now. I have a hard time sleeping. So I'm going to take this stuff right here. This GMA 5. I'm going to take this. I hear this is good stuff. Make you go to sleep at night. Shoot, I'm going to report to you guys when I have a little bit of research, do a little bit more research on this thing right here. But yeah. Oh yeah. But damn it, so far, so damn good. So anyways, hey, research the products. See what's on the back of these labels.
Real talk, y'all. Real talk. And I'm gonna watch his next video too. The next one he put out, I'm definitely gonna watch it. I have one more video that I have one more topic, yes, that I want to talk about. And it's this guy right here, Eddie Hearn, man. Drop it, Eddie.
Showing us.
Drop it.
Where he's at. And I don't, you know, again, people can sit behind an Instagram or a keyboard and criticize people's decisions. But let's just be honest about it. Like, you know, given the opportunity, what would you really do? You know, and I don't know Javonte's financial situation, and I'd like to think he's got money. I mean, he's made a lot of money, but if he spent it and if he's made some bad decisions, he might be looking at it and going, you know what? I run this little exhibition. I'm good for life. My kids are good for life. This really sets me up to live a perfect life forever. So I'm going to do it.
Are you ready to sell your house? I will buy it. You can get a...
Damn it.
And maybe after that, I'll come back and fight Lamont Roach. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Because I don't think he's going to have the appetite to fight. See, Lamont Roach, he'll be a hungry fucker.
See,
Lamont Roach will just be thinking, I want to beat Javonte, become a two-time world champion, two-division world champion. That's important.
What's good, King of Kings?
Hey, how you doing, Ashley?
I'm all right. How you doing?
I'm straight. Not much.
We're gonna hear this truth bomb that Eddie about to drop.
Yeah, let me check it out.
To me, I don't know Lamont Roach, but I get the feeling he's from that same school. Shakur and like these guys, they care about belts. They care about legacy.
Devin's the same as well.
Yeah, he is. But he's changed. Devin's changed because Devin's fallen out of love with the sport of boxing because of what happened with Ryan Garcia and other bullshit as well. You see? So Devin, when he started, all he wanted to do was chase greatness. I don't think he's like that anymore.
Do you blame him that?
No, I mean, I think it was a rough ride what happened to him in the Ryan Garcia fight, but it wasn't just what happened to him. It was people's responses. Like he became the villain in a fight where he got bashed up by a guy that had performance-enhancing drugs in his system. And that should never have been that way. And I think it made Devin fall out of love with the sport of boxing. And I think now a big part of Devin's just fighting for money. And that's when it becomes dangerous because you're not the same fighter.
Is Brian Norman about money?
No, not yet. And that's why that fight is very dangerous. And there's a very good chance Devin Haney could lose that fight.
Do you like that fight?
Not for Devin. But you see now, Nuna, what's happened is Bill and Devin, they're not looking strategically. They're looking for the bag. That's it.
And
Right?
that's
So
what
they're
I was
like,
saying.
where can we make our 5, 6, 7 million?
I said
What fight?
everybody that wanted legacy at first is looking for the bag right now, yo. That's what it is.
That's why they said we'll fight Boots at 147. We're like, well, we're going up, but we'll fight you at 150. Oh, all right, we'll fight Teofimo. We'll fight Brian Norman. Well, because they just wanted the money.
This was happening in New York when we were there, remember?
Yeah, but they just want the money. So they don't care now. Like back in the day, Bill was a lot more selective and tactical about who to fight. Now he just wants the money, which shows me, by the way, there's still a good fight. I mean, also, it's not just the money. If he beats Brian Norman, he becomes a 3-division world champion, which is a great achievement. But there's definitely, in my opinion now, the Haneys are looking at the situation and looking at money, rather than legacy. They still care, but not in the same way.
You've managed and promoted some fighters that have made some massive money. You know what I mean? Like Anthony Joshua has made massive money. When we go back to Floyd, right, from 213 to 217, he made $765 billion in 4 years. From 13 to 17, he stayed completely focused on the task, the training, the diet. I know it all looked flashy and that. I'm going to get back to Gervonta. When you talk about Gervonta fighting Jake, is it because he's forced to now because of his financial situation? Well, we're hearing he's not great.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. But, yeah, maybe. But you can listen. If he fights Lamont Roach and makes 6, 7, 8 million, then all of a sudden, you know, that's a lot of money to help out. But this is one where he goes, "Oh, I'll take this one. I'm good," you know. So we'll see.
Well, Eddie had to tell the truth. I'm glad Eddie told the truth on this joint, yo, for real. Eddie, let everybody know, like, it don't really matter. It's for the money. And yeah, you might get a few million if you fight here and might fight there, but this is for the bag. You're not gonna tell somebody like Eddie Hearn, somebody that's rich from the UK. You're not gonna tell him not to go for the bag. I know he wasn't gonna sit up there and act like it's a bad business move for him to fight Jake Paul. I already knew that shit wasn't gonna happen, man. For real. Hey, Kings of Kings, you wanted to talk about Tim Bradley or?
Yeah. I guess I just, my thing with that, and this ain't me defending no damn SNAC because I don't really have a dog in that. But Tim Bradley, that expedite he was taking is full of damn caffeine. It's a pre-workout. Of course, it's gonna crash off after you finish taking it. It doesn't last all day. It's no different than taking like what's the other one? C4 and all those different. It's a pre-workout full of a bunch of damn caffeine and crap. And if you take it in the morning after about a few hours, you're gonna feel like garbage. I mean,
so I used to take Hydroxycut, and that was like full of caffeine, and that really did. It just give you energy and help you lose some weight. That's really all it really did.
And even the part where he's like, "Well, you sending it?" Well, I mean, I've had that done with my doctor where because some of us, to be honest, food is so trash, like so nutrient deficient that you go to the doctor and they gotta run that because especially like in men, we like he said magnesium. That's another thing because food it's not. So I think maybe at his age it's kind of hard. I would rather have somebody gauging it that's like in their 20s who doesn't have a lot of deficiencies in their system. A man over 40, a lot of that stuff is going to react that way for him because he's losing stuff as he's getting older. So he's going to naturally have those reactions to that type of stuff. I mean, you don't know what kind of cooking he got at the house. I mean, we got a lot of vitamin deficiencies in our system. No vitamin D. I mean, a lot of stuff that's wrong with us. So for an older man like that, him taking it, it's going to feel like that. But I wish like if we could get somebody to do a sample that's like a 25-year-old dude.
Yeah.
Decent shape. Then see what it does for him,
Yeah, I'll definitely watch it to see exactly what it do. Is it? I mean, it can't. Some people can't be taking all of this money and paying all this money to take SNAC because just for one or two things because there's more supplements than just SNAC that just does one and two things. I think it's a wide range. I really do. I think it all depends on what you want, and Victor will cook up whatever you need, you know what I mean? And you'll have something that helps you be fast and not get tired the whole fight. The only thing that really don't make sense to me, I'm gonna keep saying, is the fact that he can gain weight like the way he do. It's weird to me how anybody can gain that much weight that fast. Other than that, like and that's probably not even SNAC that's doing it. Who knows how a fighter can gain that much weight and not be tired, you know what I mean? But other than that, like I said, man, with SNAC, if it's not illegal and they allow you to take it, all we can do is complain. And I'm not into complaining about something that won't change. So, but I thought it was a good 2 videos and a nice small little topic to talk about. But how about Tim? How about the fight that's on the screen?
Oh, I mean, let's do it. I mean, say this is the thing I feel about
the Tank versus
especially boxing. Yeah, the Tank versus Paul thing. Is I immediately when it first got announced, I was sending it out to certain people, and then one person was like, "Oh, he said he was gonna fight Anthony Joshua. He's using." And I was like, "No," I said Eddie Hearn and then was using Paul's name. Like, what are we talking about? Like the Tank fight been talked about. Like, I think I've been hearing about. I might be exaggerating, but for like a while now, it's been months since this fight was supposed to be coming. So I was just surprised that it's dropped. Like I said, $40 million is a lot to turn down, especially how boxing is right now. And then here's the other thing that somebody was trying to, they were trying to explain why AJ wouldn't take this fight. And I'm like, first of all, that last fight Paul did had 100 million views on Netflix. It peaked at like 63 million at a time. Why would you not go do this? I mean, let's be real. Look how much of if anybody should be thinking, somebody should be. If I was a fighter, I'd be like, shoot, let me get. Hey man, I'm gonna take. Let me get on the card. I'll fight for free. You can throw me in there with anybody just because the exposure. So I don't know what people want to expect from it. It's an expert. I mean, it's sort of like those are the same people that are getting mad when Floyd was fighting his
Expeditions.
Yeah, but they were getting mad when he was fighting those fights, and they were like acting like those were real fights or something that was a look at. As boxer to boxer, there isn't a comparison. Tank is a real boxer. The only issue is that he is smaller. So that's kind of like where the danger comes in. And Paul ain't no slouch. It ain't like he's been spending the last 4 years doing nothing. He does have boxing skill.
He does.
So, I mean, so that's the thing. So, like, I mean, people need to just go ahead and have some fun and watch it. I mean, that's a lot of money to turn down to go out here and basically be in a situation where if you do what you need to do, you're not going to be in no real danger.
Man, I don't think there's one fighter that didn't do something that the fans hated him for. I don't think there's one fighter that actually went their whole professional career and fans didn't like them for something that they did one time or another. It's going to be something, so you might as well do whatever you need for your career. There's one more thing I wanted to say, though. Turkey is trying to cut out the Muhammad Ali Act. I know people probably know that by now. And it has a lot of fighters scrambling, in my opinion. And they're trying to get in good with Turkey. Like it's not going to affect them if they're good with Turkey. You know what I mean? In my opinion, I think Tank is making sure he's going to secure the bag right now before boxing, is changed for good. You know what I mean? We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what plans is being forged right now until it actually comes out or somebody blows the whistle. It's fights. Fighters may take pay cuts. You know what I mean? You got Turkey started out spending all types of money, not caring how much money he was losing, how much millions he was spending, losing millions of dollars. He was giving cars away. He wasn't caring. You know what I'm saying? He was giving people their biggest payday. He had people thinking that he had an unlimited amount of money to spend on boxing or whatever. It just seems like it was all a big con, and it's working. A lot of fans really don't know that Turkey isn't really good for the sport.
Well, what he's doing is he's playing his hand by bringing Dana White in. He's trying to turn the UFC where you have a bunch of fighters that ain't getting paid nothing. They're forced into big fights. I mean, there's a reason why Paul was able to lure all these MMA guys out of retirement and stuff for these fights. They weren't making no money at the UFC. They're talking about $40,000 bonus for a knockout in a championship fight. Like what? Like that's literally what they're trying to do. So if he takes over, and there's a reason why there's a Muhammad Ali Act. You're not supposed to mix management with it. So to do that, he can basically take over completely. He'll lure all the fights over. We'll all be under the impression that, oh man, oh yeah, on rehab season, that's where all the fights are at. The fighters be forced to all go over there, and then they'll end up getting paid nothing. They'll be having title fights for $500,000, and that's it. So it's not necessarily a good thing, because if you look at the lot of fighters he has on there, they're fighters that seem a little more desperate, that need money in that situation. So he's going to try to stamp out the last few fighters that are independent. He would have hated a Mayweather during rehab season. He would never have wanted a guy like that around that can make his own shots. So he's trying to take control, and Dana White is the beginning of that. And then they're going to end up trying to take over boxing and paying him nothing. But the Zone been trying to do that forever. They were overpaying it. It didn't work. You know what I'm saying? And then the funny part is,
he came over here talking about we're going to take over boxing. That shit didn't sit right with a lot of people, but they definitely forgot after a couple of years.
Yeah, well, the Zone was supposed to have no pay-per-view and all this other stuff, and then came over here and got the ship got set right, and then they'll be the same ones. And like, there's a lot of stuff that Al Heyman done that has irritated me. I feel like he's dried out a lot of quality fighters, but they were complaining about him, talking about he was overpaying. And if you look at the amount of money they're paying, it's way more than what Al Heyman was giving.
Yeah, boy. I was saying the same thing. I said, man, I thought you were supposed to get sued for overpaying fighters, man. Rolly sitting here saying that fighters is getting overpaid and then being told it don't really matter what happened. We still got 2-3 fights for you after this fight. So the motivation is kind of gone, knowing that they're going to get a huge check and then another huge check no matter what. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's a bad look, man. I'm finna get on up out of here, though. I'm really finna get on up out of here and watch some foosball. I think there's some fights coming on at 7 p.m. Salute to everybody that hit this damn that link, man. I'm gonna be live. I'm gonna be dropping the link every Saturday. Hopefully, I'm gonna try to be live more than once a week, man. Salute to you, Kings of Kings. You got something to say before I get on out here in Thomas Hill?
Thank you so much, Ashley. Yeah, you keep on jumping on here. I want to start showing up. I need some real boxing talk, man. Get on here 2 times a week. We'll all appreciate it. You feel me?
Definitely appreciate you. Thank you for telling me that. Need the motivation.
Yeah, I second that emotion. Appreciate you for having a format and talking and discussing boxing and not entertaining different ideas. I mean, it's refreshing when that is the way. Hopefully, we get to the point where we get to see a better traction with the sport, and that people start to get to see the value of entertainment in this, but also the value of competition. They respect both. And like I said, regarding with Tank, man, I'm not really happy with the opponent.
I'm not happy. Hell no.
No, I'm not happy at all.
I'll be happy if he was fighting Shakur. I'll be happy. Like, that's really
I can't wait for that.
I want the Shakur fight. I wanted all the big names for Tank. Like, bro, a real fan will want to see their fighter versus everybody, no matter what. Because your fighters in it, like that's why I like fighters. I like fighters because I think they're entertaining, and because of that, I would like to see them fight everybody. I don't really care about losing or not losing. I like a lot of fighters that got losses. Don't everybody still like Manny Pacquiao? Like, what are we really talking about?
I was a big Manny Pacquiao fan. I liked him because he provided entertainment in the ring, man. I mean, his fights were always good. I was a Marquez fight fan too, so
the first loss didn't stop you from being a fan. The second loss didn't stop you from being a fan. The third loss didn't stop you from being a fan. It just is what it is, man. When something is entertaining for you, it's entertaining for you. And players mess up. Players take losses.
Yeah, you ain't never lied. It's what you do when you lose. How you pick yourself back up. And so that I say that to say this. The one good thing about this here is that Jake Paul possibly gonna come in that ring that night 200 pounds. So for any other person who said, nah, he shouldn't fight Devin Haney because he too big, hell to the nah. I'm fully expecting, if he don't retire and he honor his word like he has mostly done his whole career, I'm looking for that Shakur fight. I'm definitely looking for that rematch. I'm looking for that damn Keyshawn fight because light skin was tricking the game for so long. And I'm looking for that Teofimo match. I'm looking for that goddamn who else? Did I say Devin Haney? If I did,
Yeah,
Devin
the
Haney.
only thing is that he know that Jake Paul's skill level ain't up to par with any of the people you name. And the fact, and that's why he's okay with the size difference. And the fact that there's 2 extra zeros on that check. That's why I think he's like, all right, we don't need no weight to stip him in. We don't need nothing. You're not a real fighter, and I'm gonna beat your ass. You know what I'm saying? You really don't know this. You don't know that. I'm gonna beat you up. I get it. You know what I mean? But I think when it comes to him fighting professional other fighters, I believe he can go up 140 for real. He can fight anybody weight class above. He can fight anybody at 140 without no stipulation. You know what I mean? I think the whole Ryan Garcia thing is because he wanted to come in 1 pound over. So he was like, fine, I'll put a clause on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's all it was. Because Tank could be big time petty if he have to be.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So but I definitely agree that I agree that there will be more fights. I definitely do not think that he's gonna fight Jake Paul and this is gonna be the end. I don't think that shit is gonna fucking happen at all. The man, when people don't really like listening to people when they talk. Tank said that this fight wasn't gonna be next, and it was because he had already set up the Jake Paul fight. You know what I mean? He said, I want it to be next, but it's probably not going to be next. If he wasn't planning on fighting no more, he wouldn't even worded it like that. If Jake Paul was the last fight, I don't even think he would have worded it like that. Nick never been the one to shy away from how he really feels. He didn't really have to tell us that this was going to be his last fight. I mean, that's not what I meant. He didn't have to tell us that he wanted to retire. He didn't have to tell us that at all. He wanted to. That's how it felt. So I don't think this is going to be his last fight, though. Not at all. Salute to you, Lee Jackson.
And then there's the statement that he made immediately after Roach fight, where he said he made a promise to Al, and he got that. He got to honor that. And I'm thinking this is part of that promise.
Probably.
I think that this helps Al out too, as well too. Al been going through some personal situations with his grandma, with his mom's health, and some other things. So I think this helps the situation a little bit too. And it gains exposure for, like you said, it really puts a light on boxing, even though, hate to say it, it's not the fight that I want to see, but it is what it is. And like you said, if you had the check in one hand and if in the other hand, you ain't cashing on that if, you cashing on that check. And
I know a lot of people that will shovel horse shit to feed their family. And they'll only get their minimum wage to do it, and they'll be happy to do it if it actually works to make their kids happy, and they hold, to hold it down. They'll fucking do it. You talking about somebody that want to fight this guy, and he's gonna get paid the most money ever to do it. Like people I understand the frustration behind it, but people should not be absolutely angry. But that's all.
For sure. And a great show that you had today. Like he said, I'll always enjoy when you come up and talk this sport, talk this boxing, and shout out to that graphic that you got up, because you see why it's hard for you to knock out that little ninja, but that little ninja got a wide ass, thick ass neck. But look at the neck on Jake Paul.
Yeah,
that boy gonna be tough to deal with. He really coming in there to fight, man. So Tank better have his head on right that night, because it'll be a bad look if he lost to a YouTuber. And on that note, have a wonderful day. Enjoy your fights later on tonight, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Yeah, y'all don't forget about NFL again today.
Oh yeah, that too. That's right.
I love watching football, man. I'm definitely gonna get my football in before these
You a Ravens fan?
Huh?
Are you a Ravens fan?
No, I like players. I'm not really a
okay.
I don't it's players, and I do that with all the sports. Players move around too much. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you. Because now it's about the bag. You want to know why? Because it's about the bag. They want to get where they can get the most money, more bang for their buck.
Yeah.
And that's in every sport. Everything is about more bang for their buck. Hell, they had a commercial a long time ago about you want this or you want that with Dion and Jerry Jones, and it was about money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He wanted both. You know what I'm saying? So he got both. It's always been about bread, man. Bread, it can provide you a lifetime of luxury. This ring on you.
All these fighters know it very well. They have a lot to say because they got $1 million in their bank account right now or more. They know about it. They know about it. That's why Shakur couldn't say no. Yeah.
I was just about to say.
Bro. Yeah, you would, bro. Come on now.
That Mickey Freaky didn't say no. He said, yeah, but, and then he also said, hey, it depends on what the money looking like between them two matchups.
Keep it real, dog. We got kids. Y'all got kids, man. Keep it real, bro. That shit can go a whole lifetime for your family, man. A whole lot. And we don't know how economy is. These states turning red. Y'all got daughters? Bro, you don't know how this shit gonna be in 20 years. Shakur got a daughter, Tank got daughters with an S on it. Yeah. And we're playing no games. Tank is not playing no games with his kids. And I'm not faulting. Salute to everybody that came in the building. Salute my guy. I see y'all next Saturday.
For sure.
Probably the same time. If anything, I'm probably going to try to go on earlier on Saturdays if I can. But salute to everybody that came in the building. Like I said, hit that like button. It's free. Best way to support the channel. So join the channel. Check me out every Saturday. I do throw out videos every now and then. So please subscribe and hit that like button, man. If you haven't did it, hit the bell icon if you haven't did it already. I've been told that I'm getting shadow banned and people not getting their notifications. I talked to YouTube about it. It seems like they're trying to put their best foot forward to help me out, hopefully. Other than that, I'll see y'all later. Peace.
I'm working on Penny X.